9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
What's up, good people? Happy Monday. Happy Cinco de Mayo. It's time for Monday Night Raw. So I saw a lot of you guys in the chat earlier saying I don't show up, so I'm here on time. We just watched the ending of Raw last week. Honestly, we did a watch along last week, but it was kind of a weak Monday Night Raw. We ended the show with Seth kind of turning his back on Sammy after Sammy didn't take the ultimatum. Tonight we got actually a little bit more action. So, and that, especially from a women's wrestling standpoint, we got EO taking on Roxanne. What's up, Tanya? What's up, Lewis? How y'all doing on this? Is anybody doing anything fun for Cinco de Mayo? I know you guys are here, but anybody going outside tonight? This is a nice little showcase for Rox. We got Miro taking up, well, not Miro, Rusev taking on Otis. Should be a good one. I wonder if we'll see CM Punk tonight. We know that Pierce lifted the suspension of Gunther. This is the go-home show, or the go-home Monday Night Raw for Backlash this weekend. We're getting Pat McAfee taking on Gunther this weekend. Pretty sure maybe you'll see Pat get some comeuppance just to sell the fight a little bit more. And here goes our champion with the kids. Which certainly means we're going to get something with Logan Paul for everybody that loves Logan Paul. The Yeats don't lie, y'all. The Yeats don't lie. People in the audience rocking with it. Can't be mad at it. Go check on something. That's a pretty big statement, Cendil. That's a pretty big statement. His client versus best in the business. I mean, it's not an inaccurate take there. I love me some EO. So you just need the councilman on during that match. What's up, Amanadu? We spent a lot of time eating. We gotta get to the promo. What's crazy is I don't think since we've been in the Netflix era, we're 5 in the 5th month of this. I can't recall a Monday Night Raw that didn't just straight up start with a match. There might have been one time where they just straight up started with a match. Good point, Sindel. We don't know when the match is. I mean, I have to feel like that's the main. I gotta feel like that's the main event because that's the world champion. If the world champion on the men's side is on to begin the show and he's not confirmed to be wrestling a match, I gotta feel like that's the main event. But that's just me. I don't think Rusev versus Otis or anything else is gonna go after that. Hold on, real quick. All right, what did I miss, y'all? I had to get my food. I just got out of the Aluminum Paradise, so I got a recarb. Why is Paul Heyman out here? And Sindel, your prayers have been answered, and your respect should immediately stay at the same level it was, if not go higher. the councilman has joined the Raw watch along.
Say his name and he appears. Your councilman is here. All right.
Emojis in the chat. Something. Respect.
Right. Exactly. Here I am minding my business to join Monday Night Raw. And of course, the
slander.
First it was to take over the Raw watch along. I was like,
you just want me out of a job or something. Like I've been very kind to you lately, Sindel. Very kind.
Can't do that to the mayor. Like, wait a minute, this is his territory. Well, yeah, but right now, Paul Heyman is out talking about how he betrayed the tribal chief and as well as CM Punk.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting segment right here. Did you happen to see the I don't know if it was a tweet or what it was, but I think they went around asking WWE superstars who their GOAT was. And Jay said Roman.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish, because I know someone said AJ Lee. I think it was Roxanne that said AJ Lee.
I think so. Yeah.
And then a couple of other ones. I saw it on a tweet. Yeah. I mean, which makes sense.
Is that breaking news, Sindel? Because this is news that you are on the payroll. It took me a while to get paid, so I need to understand your criteria for payments. I like that chain. That main event chain go hard.
It's way better than that Andre the Giant chain. A certain person.
I like that. I actually like that, and I think it fits Melo. It makes me care about the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
I just needed a little smaller, just a tad bit. That's just me being petty though. So that's why I'm like, I can't get too bad. I'm just like, can we make it a tad bit smaller?
I mean, I get it because he's a giant though, but I mean, it makes me care about the Dre. It's better than them carrying around that dumbass trophy all the time and posing next to it.
That is
the best
true.
thing they've done.
Yeah, and
plus,
I'm sure
they definitely downsized the trophy too because it used to be bigger.
They did. No, it was way bigger. But I'm sure the ring boys are even more happy that it's not having to wheel that thing out. Oh shit! Hold on.
Yeah, that damn chain was, or the trophy was like half Melo size. I'm pretty sure. It's like we got to make an adjustment here.
Okay, here we go.
Question for everybody in the chat. Would you guys be mad if this led to Logan Paul being the fourth member in this faction?
That was the one person we didn't bring up. And I had thought about it once we got off. I was like, that I would not, that's a super good fit. What's crazy is Paul Heyman is really talking that talk like Solo right now, and Solo's the one that put him through a table.
Ooh, look at the emotion. How you feeling about Jay as champion since WrestleMania weekend? Has it completely registered for you yet?
Yeah, it's there. It's there. I just need to now see, like, okay, what you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
I need to see a match.
I feel like Logan Paul is okay as a first challenger, but it doesn't add credibility to the
It's
ring.
safe. It's very safe to like get him in for the next couple months and everything and get it ready for like Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it doesn't give it like credibility as a fighting champion just yet.
Nah, not yet.
Nah, I said, deal. If Logan Paul take the belt off of Jay, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting Monday.
Only way I'm buying Logan Paul becoming a champion is via the briefcase.
Yeah,
there got to be some sneak attack type stuff with a briefcase. I'm not buying him just beating somebody and
clean
say, hey,
win
this is
for the
Logan
title
era. Like, nah. Hopefully, this leads to like Jay and Braun, not Jay and Seth.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was saying that in WWT. Like, I think Seth is kind of like in that position right now where titles ain't really important to him. The storyline is a little bit more.
We've seen it. I've seen it like too many times, especially with this title. So it's like, nah, let's not John Moxley the title. It's like, hey, this is just safe. Put it back on Seth. Like, nah, just build new stars.
Yeah, that's why I could also see Braun Breaker getting Money in the Bank.
Selfishly, and I know it's not going to happen, but I would love for Shinsuke to get Money in the Bank. If he just reemerges over the course of the next few weeks and we heat that back up, I saw that Meiko Satomura blessed him with her finisher. So I don't know when he's going to be using it, but that tells me like something's on the way. We got to get Shinsuke, whatever the draft is, transfer portal, whatever, just get Shinsuke on Raw.
I have no notes on that one. If Shinsuke took that briefcase down, I'd be all for it.
Yeah. It'd be different. I want to see something different.
And he could hold it for a while. Like, it ain't got to be no quick cash in. Like, you could let him run the Money in the Bank run.
Sometime next year. If Shinsuke is not on if
Oh,
Shinsuke's not on one of these rosters, I wouldn't mind him going down to NXT either.
So we were wrong. It looks like it might be Seth and Jay. Why though?
Well, there's your credibility. Interesting. I wonder if that's how you get Jay booked on Backlash and Main Event.
Well, wait, are we bypassing Logan?
Maybe Logan wasn't received well internally, and then they had to pivot.
Maybe. Or is Logan finna come out? Like,
because he knocked him out last week backstage.
yeah. That's all. Just like, so there's no follow-up with that?
Interesting. That's how we opened Monday Night Raw. We took about 20 minutes with that segment. Instant credibility because he will beat Seth, and maybe Roman is like the one that distracts Seth.
Oh yeah, this definitely gonna be like a disqualification thing.
Yeah.
This ain't finishing.
Because Roman and Punk aren't done with Seth. So I mean,
yeah, and there's no way that they let Seth lose.
But if he pinned, if it's some type of distraction angle and he pinned Seth, that's instant credibility.
That's instant credibility right there. But also too, I could see Seth letting that happen.
Yeah, because it kind of takes him out the picture, and it's like now the focus is on Braun.
And now we got a Sami Zayn appearance that's most definitely gonna happen now too.
Yeah, that's true. Because Sammy definitely tweeted out after getting taken out last week. Same thing. It's like it's kind of tired to me now too. Because Sammy should have been out for an extended period of time after Elimination Chamber, but now he's back. So it's like at this point, we see Sammy get his ass whooped, but it don't have no lingering effects. Yes. That's what I believe now.
And it's just like, what's the point? What's the point?
Like, let me see him on top, at least.
Okay, so we finna get Penta and JD McDonough next.
Believe so.
I thought McDonough was gonna be out longer with the way they described his injuries.
Yeah, he had like a ruptured spleen.
Yeah.
It's internal.
Ruptured spleen. I think 3 cracked ribs.
Is that official? People are saying that he's putting up the title tonight. Well, if that's the case, then that would be
yeah. Seth Rollins and Jay is the main event tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it'll make sense if Sammy comes out, maybe even Jimmy comes out. But like you said, if he can get a win over Seth here on Raw, that, like you said, still gives that credibility.
Adam Pearce, you bald son of a bitch. This main event was booked as Iho versus Roxanne Perez. And you took the councilman from his busy Monday night to jump on the stream and not get a main event for his client on Monday Night Raw.
I'm telling you, bro, like we saw what happened when they signed Alberto Del Rio. We know it now.
And I didn't get to talk about it, but like people were, internet never predicts. So they always take up for the performers more so than they do themselves publicly. But Stephanie tweeting that out about more handling my own business, let karma do the rest. That says a lot about the whole La Hydra stuff.
Yeah.
Her comes in women's division, I guess maybe during that whole ordeal. I don't know if she has a restraining order against La Hydra.
No, she does.
La Hydra was like vocal against, hey, this person is the abuser or whatever is okay and all that. Like that's very telling.
Well, because I know she pressed charges against him, but I don't know if if whatever happened in the background for some reason these things didn't stick. Mm-hmm. And so now it's just kind of like, okay, what she was getting away from, y'all now bringing to her. It's like,
but it is like the finalized deal should probably be around Q3 though. So it's no telling that people like Del Rio or whomever else are going to still be a part of this banner once it's like under complete publicly traded WWE and TKO control. So
yeah. Or if he still has the belt. I just thought it was just interesting of like signing him to WWE because it's like, okay, now you're opening the door for like Del Rio to be on potentially NXT or to be on Monday Night Raw with signing this deal. It was like it was different of y'all buying it and then allowing him to stay on AAA. It's like, okay, I get that. The two don't really have to intertwine, but it's like, okay,
yeah.
With all the stuff that's happened, with all the things we know and the history that Alberto Del Rio has had, it's just like,
especially
okay, that's very interesting.
The page just released this book, so who knows? Who knows how that pans out? Like Del Rio didn't do any favors for himself after I think I watched a random AAA match with Del Rio in it one time. It was like is AAA Mania or whatever, like last year. Mm-hmm. It was so bad. Like it was just a mess, like a train wreck of stuff, but I couldn't take my eyes away from it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, with the way he acts, the way his behavior is, and it's always been like that, I'm not too concerned about him. The dude's gonna repeat. I feel like history is gonna repeat itself. Like whatever we're seeing now, it's like, okay, that's fine, but we now also know, like, most likely we'll hear in the next few months when that does happen, like, hey, Alberto Del Rio has been released by WWE. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, because sometimes the cries from the internet are bigger than what will take place on screen and benefit of the performer. So we'll see. But on a side note, if La Hydra somehow sticks around and you give HBK that, because we didn't see HBK search history. I don't know, Hickenbottom, I don't know your wife. Don't know what she do. But I know what you would do with that character.
I do too. I was like, because that was my first thought. Where La Hydra going? It's like where's she going though? Like, is she staying over there at AAA? Y'all bringing her to NXT.
There's no I really got to think about this. No, there's no mass women in WWE, right?
No, none. And that's why I'm just like, her, maybe La Parka too. I was like, we can get them over at NXT. Okay, so we still gonna get the. Oh, there they are.
I'm gonna have to adjust my TV because Braun and Paul are a shade darker than they were last week.
You don't have to adjust nothing. It's
and I want to know why. I don't know what any of that speech does for Braun Breaker, but okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Okay, I'm waiting for the drop for Braun.
Like, what does that benefit him? For those who don't know in the chat, Braun Breaker got a clean win over Gunther too.
Yeah.
I believe he was the second one to defeat Gunther after Ilya. Felice, if the third member is somebody like Jeff Cobb, they got to like have him really make a statement. I'm talking like 8 tsunamis type of statement. It got to be something aggressive to make you believe that he's that dude off top. Because I think this audience, especially with the Netflix era, I would be shocked if they know what New Japan is or some of the stars over there.
Yeah, that's why it's like, as much as I understand having him and what it can do, it's still one of those like, okay, doesn't remember, it's us as wrestling fans know who he is, but does this common crowd that they're trying to attract so heavy, do they know who this person is?
That's an interesting question. Are we at the point that Seth is their John Moxley? Boza, what do you mean by that? Meaning that he's old, reliable? Because I don't think you can compare the two. Like, I feel like the WWE has a lot of options they can go with for a title, whereas AEW, I mean, I guess you could argue there's options there too to be champion. But I mean, as far as like being able to, reliable to me means like he's not hurt. You know, he's always going to be able to work his style, no injuries, things like that. We've rarely seen that from John. We've seen Seth be on the shelf for a while. So I get the comparison, but I feel like with John, he's like different. I guess you can think of Seth as an Iron Man, but what John is doing for AEW brand as a whole is like completely making it reputable.
Yeah, like he's carrying that AEW brand as opposed to like Seth doesn't necessarily need to do that. Like, look at the match that we're watching now. Like, there's no doubt that there's not anybody. Let me not say it like that, but there's so many champions that can be groomed and stuff, and we've even seen that now with like a Jey Uso. Like, I can be one to say, like, I never in a million years thought Jey Uso was going to become world heavyweight champ. And now I can't unsee that it's happening. So it's like they can create champions as opposed to like the folks you see on AEW, although they're great. Like, do you see a lot of folks there that are champions that can increase the brand that is AEW?
Yeah. And look at the past AEW champions. You think about like who? Swerve, Brian. You've had MJF. You've had names that stabilize, but John's the one that's like, he's going worldwide with it. I'm going all over the globe.
Yeah.
I'm doing that. I'm doing Ring of Honor. I'm going New Japan. I'm going everywhere with this belt and working all around the world. I think that's just the difference in the trust in John Moxley.
Well, here's the thing, Boza. I don't see Jay losing this belt 2 weeks after Mania. Like, not only does, like you say, like that, they hated the backlash thing with Logan, but then it also means all of this buildup that you've given us for Jay to get the belt was just a waste of time. And I don't think Jay has done anything enough yet to where it seems like, okay, we need to get the belt off Jay now. There's
no way that he's losing this belt tonight. If anything, this is just like, yeah, we really can't let Logan Paul be his first title defense.
Exactly.
That's what that says to me.
Yeah.
we can't let that happen because that almost diminishes him becoming a champion. Oh, you tap out Gunther, Logan Paul is your first title defense? Get the fuck out of here.
Right. And because again, think about it. We already have that now, which is with Gunther versus Pat McAfee. It's like, yo, our former world champion is now facing Pat fucking McAfee.
Right. Makes no sense.
So it's like we can't get two of those type of matches going.
To me, this is about title legitimacy, especially since the guy that got tapped out is fighting a commentator.
Exactly. Just to get him off of TV so he can go get ready for college football.
And I don't even know if it's that. College football is so far away.
Well, I think too with prep and everything like that. And I think it's more of that because I think too it's also with this battle going on with ESPN, right? And like all of those folks like Stephen A. Smith and everything.
Yeah. There's a little bit of hedging going there. Damn. You know what, Councilman? I went and ordered these Nikes online that we saw in Vegas and got the 10.
Oh, you got them?
And now I'm thinking I should just roll with the 11.
They're too tight?
These mugs feel snug, and I'm not even running right now. Damn. I'm gonna have to go.
Well, did you just get them?
They just came in the mail today. Yeah.
Well, let break them in first to see. Just break them in a little bit.
I'm about to say, damn.
Because like you had like it's a soft fabric, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Edges feel kind of tough.
Maybe it'll expand a little bit as you got them on. Like, is your long toe long toe been touching it?
No, it's not hidden. It's just it's more of the width of the shoe that makes me feel like maybe go bigger. The width is not there. Nikes be narrow sometimes.
Yeah, no, they do.
I did not see the intro. Boza, you want to run it down? What happened? I saw TK was on trial, and I think that's my biggest regret is that I wasn't there because I have a lot of stuff that I can add to the a lot of evidence I can add to the case.
Yes, we're having when we move to Patreon, we are having the first ever TK intervention. That's going to be the first Patreon video is the TK intervention. And she also made sure she also validated my behavior as to what I was making jokes about last week. But I would also too like to apologize for the comment I made about ACW though. Not the documentary part, but there was a part that I did say, your councilman went a little too far. But you have to learn your limits and figure those things out as you go. And I found that out. So, but I do want to throw out a formal apology, at least live on WWT. We never want to disrespect our sponsors. So we all agree Julia attacks EO, and that's the match we get next Monday.
That's dangerous.
Yeah,
That's dangerous because I just don't know if the reaction is going to be there for Julia to go against the champion just yet. Roxanne's been on Raw in matches more than a few times.
Now give me that Tuesday send deal. Then we got something.
No, I do not believe it's a title match.
No, it's a non-title match. Non-title match.
Allegedly. I don't know where the drop is. Allegedly.
Still ain't got my body buddy yet. It said it's in the mail, but I haven't got no delivery confirmation. And I'm like, how long does it take to get from one side of LA to the other side of LA?
What's going on, Aaron? How you doing?
Wait, did it happen already? I think it happened already. Happy birthday, Aaron.
Oh, that's what he means by that.
Happy birthday. Yeah, it was yesterday. It was May 4th. Dang, you didn't get on because we were on kayfabe and we could have wished you happy birthday. But yeah, happy birthday, Aaron, because he had been letting us know like his birthday was coming in May. And I was like, he told us that in like March. But yes, happy birthday, man. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. But let us know, like, did you celebrate your birthday? Oh,
and what is everybody doing today? It's Cinco de Mayo. I don't know if anybody in here celebrates. It's a Monday. It's kind of a weird day to celebrate it, but I know the people that really celebrate Cinco de Mayo, they've been outside all day. I
was about to say, I feel like they celebrated this weekend too more.
Yeah, I did go to a birthday dinner, or a barbecue.
There was a couple of bars here downtown that was like having some celebrations like Saturday and Sunday.
We are getting this much closer with Penta versus Judgment Day to getting Ray Phoenix on Raw.
Right.
I don't know if y'all talked about there were more releases, I guess, over the weekend.
We talked about Shotzi, Danny Palmer.
Yeah.
Gallus. We talked about them as well too.
Which that one is just so disrespectful.
Which one, Gallus?
Yeah, like you talking about the camp that got the Rock in shape for last year's Mania?
Oh, that's what I didn't understand. They didn't have
no staying power?
That's what I didn't get. I was like, that's the one that you make sure stayed. I didn't get why that one had to go. I was like, there was plenty of room for NXT.
Oh, Grande out here. What you mean by that, Amanado? How you know?
They don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo, if we're being honest. That is definitely an American holiday.
Oh, Pence about to take an L? Oh, nope.
This is getting real interesting.
I don't mind seeing destroyers like sparingly like this. Like that was set up well.
Yeah. But this mashup of superstars right now within this is very interesting.
Yeah, it's JD after the whole tag team thing last week. And really, Penta just took on like 5 people.
Yeah. And now you got Gable out there. And it's like, what's going on?
Yeah, because Gable had the moment last week where he approached Penta and said like his favorite part of WrestleMania was seeing his brother get an L at his first match at Mania.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Americano.
So here's my question, though. Do you want to see Penta and his brother pair up, or do you believe they should be kept separate?
I want to force the I want to force the company to swim with the tag teams they have now and execute good matches. This is another tag team right here, A-Town Down Under, and like let them actually work or split them. And I still believe Austin Theory can be the future in the whole Paul Heyman stable. Waller's great on his own. It's just we haven't gave him no runway.
See, I'm switching the two. I think Waller should join.
Really?
And then he does it by sacrificing Austin and make Austin the face. Because like we're really starting to kind of get behind Austin a little bit.
I can see that. Because comparable to Braun, Waller can actually talk.
Yeah.
And that's not saying that Braun can't talk, but like Waller can carry himself in promos.
Exactly. And he doesn't necessarily need to be around Heyman or them the entire time.
Yeah.
Like he can hold his own.
WLFG is entering the semifinals. The finals were done back in March as part of a roadblock prior to the show going live. Actually, I don't know if y'all talked about it earlier. I didn't look at the rundown. But did y'all get into that whole rant that dude from Evolve had over the weekend?
Oh no. We talked about it on the Kayfabe podcast, but we didn't talk about it on WWT because I know he deleted his like X account.
Yeah. That might have been a call from above to be like, hey, like, get off socials.
Yeah, like I don't know who you think you are, but
like I wonder if that was a lot of going into business for himself to like.
Well, I think it also too like pertains to the fact of a lot of people aren't too happy about what's going on with the current releases.
Yeah.
Because like I've seen like a whole lot of posts from all like certain like several superstars with these releases, and it kind of seems like a lot of this wasn't seen coming, and a lot of these people are like really not happy that like some of their friends ain't here, especially like the Dakota Kai thing. There's so many people.
Dakota rubs me wrong. I guess the Meltzer report about people being seen as lazy, and then Cora and Gigi saying like the strength and conditioning, or Cora saying she was body shamed. Like that's not cool.
I can definitely see that. The body shaming thing, like I won't say from like creative or like upper bosses, but like the IWC, I could definitely see that. And
really quick, because he did say the thing about the Samoans, and I feel like that was a direct shot at the tribal chief. And just from a journalistic aspect, the journalists from what was that, Variety?
Yeah.
It's like they never asked the question that needed to be answered. It's like, hey, did you vote for Donald Trump? Who did you vote for? Nobody asked. People just jumped to conclusions without any reading comprehension and assumed that he voted for the person when really it was like a safe answer to stay in the middle. That's how I perceived it.
Yep.
It's like, I'm not letting you know one way or the other. I support the country. It's the same thing as Cody Rhodes saying, it's like, hey, I'm not this or that. I'm pro-America. The exact same thing. And so, but it's also the thing of too that I still sit on and state. It's like, yo, if that's the case, get on Taker. Y'all didn't give Taker that same heat when he said it, and he says it relentlessly. Coming at Dave, he was like, yeah, like I love you, but you're wrong. Yada yada. This is blah blah blah. It's like he's vocal about it. Yeah, and like you vocal, but you don't boo him when he comes out. But for some reason, though, oh, your tribal chief said it. Now it's a problem. Anthony Smith recently retired. Great career. I need to live out the country because y'all be getting the entrances and all the little sidebars on y'all Netflix. Yeah, bro. None of that. I don't get none of that shit, man. I got pissed off last week when I didn't get to see Roxanne come out. I was like, that's what we doing? We can skip my client whole intro? Oh, Sheamus back. It's a shameful day. Lobster hands. Good for Sheamus. I know he was trying to lobby for that Randy Orton match. Yeah, I'm sure he was. He was like, I'm available. Like, I'm here. I'm in the back right now. I ain't really, doing nothing right now.
Uh-oh.
Well, look at what we have here. It's our Wednesday night dynamite ace.
Who
Courtney Rice is with us.
was taking shots earlier today.
I don't
Gunshot.
even know what I deserve to be shot at.
Pow.
TK was on trial, not me. I didn't hear the shots in question. I just know that none of y'all in the chat defended me. None of y'all defended me in the chat. That's what I saw. All you ungrateful bastards in the chat, I gave y'all watch along last week. I gave y'all post show the week before.
You're like, listen, man, we be having shit to do. All right.
Damn.
Oh my goodness, man. But Courtney,
Damn, is that much
thought,
bigger than theory?
thoughts on Raw so far?
It has been a solid episode of Raw so far. I will say it has been very solid. I did see the match with Penta, but so far it's been pretty solid. But I'm very curious on who Austin Theory is going to face.
It's coming down New York, huh?
Is your feed behind?
Yeah, I'm a little behind on Netflix because I was watching it in the kitchen and I'm watching it in my room, so I'm a little bit behind.
Try refreshing and seeing if it catches up.
I don't know. It's fight night. Nah, it's not
Let me see.
Because if it's that behind, I won't spoil anything. And we'll just wait.
Yeah, I think I'm a tad bit behind you too. Because I know you knew he was coming out before I saw it.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm on the Watch Live because I press Watch Live on my Netflix.
Yeah, like he just did the Irish Curse backbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm ahead then because I'm on a Texas Cloverleaf.
All right, let me stop mine and then.
So what do we think is the end game here for A-Town Down Under? Like we spaced the hell out of this. Like it's been a while. I feel like it's been going on for the past year.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like it's really one of those things. Like, are they really even still a tag team, or are we kind of just more allowing them to just kind of be a duo?
Yeah,
because I can't remember the last time they even really did a tag team match.
It's like they went down to NXT, but it like was very short lived.
Yeah. But other than that, it's just been mostly one-on-one.
Yeah.
Like either just put them in different factions.
I wouldn't mind that.
Put Austin Theory in American Made. I'm lobbying for it right now.
That would bring some real legitimacy to them.
It's American Made.
The Creeds ain't been winning nothing.
Which is also bummy as fuck too, because I'm like, yo, can we start really working on the tag division? Because like American Made, War Raiders, like we have so much potential right here to give us like what we're getting over on SmackDown.
I mean, they could really not copy, but use the same playbook SmackDown's using with their tag teams.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's right there. Like, and then like to be honest, it's like not, and it's not in a rude way to say, but you have more hard hitting tag teams over here. So it's like you both can have the same formula, but the styles on SmackDown for the tag teams there and the styles here on Raw are way different. Like you got more of the hard hitting, gritty type on Raw, and you have more of the high flyers over on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's potential there. So it's just like,
hold on, not too much on my Americano now. Not too much.
Hey, whoa. See all of these accusations, false accusations, once again getting thrown out. Like Chad Gable proved this. He showed you when Americano got arrested during that interview, and Kathy Kelly was sitting here telling these lies. Like I don't understand what more he needs to prove to y'all. And stop disrespecting El Grande Americano like he ain't got no identity.
You ain't gonna look at me in the face and tell me that you watched that night of WrestleMania and that wasn't the match of the night. You can't. You can't.
Can't tell me nothing. I was like, yo, I almost forgot what the main event was.
In a debut match, and you have like a 40-man mariachi band sing you to the ring, that's legendary. That's legendary. Tank levels.
And then can we not thank him for ascending the career of Rey Fenix? Like, how many people now know this man? They say El Grande Americano, which also we throwing out there, he did nothing to celebrate his heritage coming out. Could have done anything, did nothing. I understand it's short notice, but like, you know, that's what also lets me know Dominic Mysterio was right about Rey being a deadbeat. Because why you didn't have Rey Fenix prepared?
Come on.
You could
El Grande would never let that happen.
Escort him out in style. You did nothing.
Nothing. Like, you injured, that don't mean you couldn't come out with him and with the fist bump, but you know, Dominic proved to us already why we shouldn't even be entrusting this man with anything. Shout out to all the fathers that ain't deadbeats like Rey Mysterio.
Man.
It's okay, Courtney. We didn't ask him to be like that. He chose to be that way.
Disrespect to Rey.
All I know is this: Eddie would have never let that happen.
Which reminds me, you see how Aleister Black came back from selling the same eye injury from 5 years ago? Get your shit together, Ray. Because I saw you lose an eye. And you wear a mask. You ain't got no excuse. We don't even zoom in on your eyes like that.
Not one, bro.
Aleister then went to another company, came back, same glass eye.
Man, this man has had the longest side quest in history and came back with a consistency. Meanwhile, Rey Mysterio, it's like, bro, why are you here?
Long-term storytelling by Mr. Black, and that's what we love to see.
And that's why he deserves a title. No matter what title he's asking for, he deserves it.
I know this is Monday Night Raw, but people have been hating on this whole Black and Miz thing.
Which one? With Melo?
Miz is the gatekeeper to success.
They just haters, bro. They just haters.
I actually like Melo.
People don't realize that. It's like when you team with Miz or you feud against Miz, it's like instant notoriety.
Instant.
Because like the fans are going to want to cheer against Miz. So like, why would you not want that?
Mm-hmm.
And it gives everything we want to see from Melo. So it's just like, all right, what are we really mad about?
Yeah, with Melo, it's like I think since he's been drafted, he's been on every episode of SmackDown. So I don't think I don't think there's any issue there.
Mm-mm. But if anything, you got a dude that one he's in good hands with, which is The Miz, and then also gets to learn like these ropes that he really does need to learn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like like no disrespect to Melo or anything like that, but it's like, yeah, we seen some of your promos and stuff like that. We've seen you kind of come up short with it and stuff. No disrespect or anything, but because we know it's a big time and we know there's still work there to be done.
Yeah. Then stuff outside the ring as far as media, things like that. Well, who better than The Miz to walk you through that stuff? Because he's had his own reality show. He's done all these different side quests outside of the ring.
He's done movies. He's done pretty much every media opportunity that's out there.
Miz is a goat.
At some point, we're going to have to like really talk about who's the better seller between Austin Theory and Dolph Ziggler.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Dolph up there though. Yo,
that's elite company. It's elite company.
That is some elite company, but man, Austin do be.
Yep.
See, this is why stuff like this is why I'm telling you, man. I can see Grayson becoming a part of Seth and Paul and Braun's allegiance.
Hmm.
But I can so see Austin doing the same thing too, like getting sick of Waller's shit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But do just go to show like these two got so much great potential that's not being utilized right now.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we're gonna give a good lord. Yeah. Yo, Austin Perry look like he got shot. He got shot. Damn.
Oh man.
Oh, but we also gonna give the Monday Night Mayor watch along viewers. We're gonna give y'all here only.
Oh, nice.
On the watch along.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yes, the WWT will be having a SmackDown and Sizzle WWE watch party in LA June 6th at 5:30 at the Taste of the Caribbean. Come join folks like myself, the mayor, TK might be there. Don't want to confirm that just yet. She might be there. And of course, some of your other favorite people that you love to see doing wrestling content as well on the internet. So if you are in the LA area, come check us out. Information will be coming out very soon. But we just wanted to give that as an exclusive here on the Monday Night Mayor. That exclusivity lets you know you got to check out the Monday Night Watch Along.
There we go. Never
Nice
know what
plug.
we're gonna get. We got a nice little event for y'all. And it did say free parking on the flyer. I'm gonna let you know right now, the parking's tight. So be on time.
Yes.
But
Okay, so we got another match added to Backlash. Dom versus Penta, IC title.
Mm.
Ooh.
Okay, here we go. I am watching live. I just had to press the button. Oh, Finn! Finn's gonna turn on Dom.
the power struggle between Dom and Finn. Is it just me? And this isn't like new, but I feel like Finn just got hella tattoos overnight.
Yeah.
It's like literally overnight. No, like no warm up to it. No like extra oil, like it's new ink. It's like it's overnight. I'm just
Overnight. I remember Finn was bare. I was like, you were naked out here. Now all of a sudden, like you looking like fucking Batista.
one thing I love about this is great. Like Woods is going back to like the outlandish hairstyles. That's why we know we getting real heel New Day work.
Mhm.
Yo, bro, Finn is going to turn.
Yes, he is. It's only a matter of time when Finn's gonna do it.
I'm not gonna lie. This hairstyle by Xavier, I'm rocking with it.
It's crazy.
I'm rocking with it.
Like stands out.
I'm rocking with that.
I want to pose y'all a question because now I'm on commercial, but I'm gonna speculate a little bit because I see a certain title going around the internet's about the man, and it's Becky Hogan. That little dust up we had on Twitter that got deleted some months back between Becky, Roxanne, and Cora. Do you feel like that led to anything that we saw just this past week with the releases?
Nah.
Mm.
The only reason why I say that is because one, I don't believe she's Becky Hogan it at all. I actually have a different perspective and point of view when it comes to that. But with Cora, I just think it was a lot of the writing on the wall. Like the thing is, I think they set her up poorly creative wise.
Yeah.
I don't think that it has nothing to do with like their little beef and tip. It was just in the triggers that should have been pulled in Cora's career, y'all consistently kept moving. Like she should have been NXT champion way before Stephanie and Julia got there. And she should have taken it off of Roxanne. We should have closed that loop like I had been saying, for the sake of Cora. When you send her over to TNA, even if she didn't hold the title long, she should have taken it off of Masha Slamovich. Masha could have easily gotten it back in a hardcore match and won the title back. But at least there you're showing Cora as a champion. Right. And that's the one thing everybody has been waiting to see. And if you didn't want to do that, then you should have had her win the Women's North American Championship. I get giving it to Soul, but if I'm being honest, love Soul to death, but Soul could have waited. There are some people that cannot wait when it comes to this, and she is one of them due to that 2.0 stench that she had. And the same thing with Gigi.
Very true. And for those of you guys who know what I'm talking about, there was like something that was said. I forget who said it first, but I know Becky responded with like, "Oh, like, it was like some picture of CM Punk and Roxanne that like insinuated XYZ because I think Roxanne said, "Oh, get your man" or something like that, referring to Seth." And then Cora just came to the defense of her friend Roxanne and said, "That's a very weird thing to tweet."
Yeah, no, because Becky put out, it was like, because that's what I remember us alluding to AJ Lee coming out and saying something, but it was more alluding to like CM Punk messing around with younger girls. Because she put a picture up that both Roxanne and CM Punk were kind of wearing the same attire and stuff, and Becky put that out there. And it was just like, yeah, she deleted it because it was like, yo, like, why you like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? Like, don't involve it. Like, it's different when it's like how, you know, like you're seeing like a Jade and Naomi thing where they're going back and forth with each other. It's like, yo, if you're gonna go after CM Punk, then go after CM Punk. But it's like, don't bring in other superstars that ain't got nothing to do with this, especially like a Roxanne. Like, it's already, and again, too, it's already tough enough for women, no pun intended, for women to be in this industry and people not thinking that, oh, they're sleeping their way to the top.
That's
so now you've
been a mentor for her.
Yeah, so now you putting this trigger, you putting this target on her back, and I don't think intentionally by Becky either. Like, I don't think it was intentionally to try to hurt Roxanne or anything like that, but you're putting on a target on her back now as collateral damage by your tweet unwillingly. Like, she didn't ask you for that. And now you're gonna have people in the IWC being like, oh, I knew CM Punk was messing around with them. Like,
yep,
you're gonna open up a whole trail.
Yeah, unnecessary.
Like a unnecessary can of worms.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you. Yeah, open a can of worms. Now here's my question for y'all. What is better for the IC championship? Lyra beating Becky or Becky becoming the champ?
I feel like they can hot potato it because Becky instantly will become the most notable champion. And Lyra's had title defenses. She's the inaugural. She's had title defenses. So this can be like her big hill that she has to climb. But Becky has to win the title. And then you got to have Lyra have the chase and fans get behind her and love it when she finally defeats her mentor.
Yeah.
I think last week was the first. I'll speak for myself. Last week was the first time since she's been champion, and as far as IC or NXT champ, last week was the first time I cared. Like, literally, like, oh, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, Becky Lynch is John Cena in this thing flawlessly right now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
She not wrong though. She not wrong.
She's not making no lies.
Cause I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. I want to hear if they gonna let her do it. No, they didn't do it.
You went on holiday, and everyone got better. You went on holidays, and I made some history of my own.
I think you got some feedback.
Right? That's what it said.
You can tell she's a little scared though. Are they chanting Becky Hogan?
Okay, Bird Lady hanging in this promo with Becky.
She is.
She really hanging in this promo.
Yes, she is. She's holding on her own 2 feet.
Becky then definitely gave her some courage in these promos backstage or whatever. It's believable. It hasn't been believable with nobody else.
She sipped some of that Bugs Bunny juice from Space Jam.
Yeah. And
oh, the kick. I'm a little more excited for this match.
If Becky makes Lyra a star, that might be one of her greatest accomplishments.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I can't think of you remember that year when she was big time Bex and she was really working everybody?
Yeah.
Nobody
Tegan,
really came on top of that.
Yeah.
Like if Lyra comes on top of that, it's like, hey, I'm got staying power in this space now. That'd be huge. Because Becky's definitely said like, hey, I want to wrestle this person and that person. And ultimately, I think this leads to Becky and Bailey at some point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You definitely got to get that.
Man.
possibly Becky versus Bailey at SummerSlam.
There you go, Michael Cole. Broken out of shell.
100%. I'm bought in now. Still a lot of women in the back. I would like to see get title shots, but this might legitimize the belt a little bit more. Then we can get to like your Ivy Nile having a run, possibly Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark is on the island now. We gotta do something with Zoe Stark.
Something. She got to get something in this mid division. And if they ain't gonna do it by Backlash, move her to SmackDown and let her get this US run.
I can 100% buy Zoe targeting Zelina Vega right now, or joining the Secret Hervis. Like, give her something to do.
But also, too, even with this draft, we gonna need a couple of them ladies from NXT to go up for Raw. Raw need a mid division like bad.
Here we go, Councilman.
When is the draft?
Right after Backlash.
Oh man.
Yeah, right after Backlash. Oh shit!
There she is.
You know that's what I was here for.
And I'm rocking with Sindil's idea, but you see how I think last week or the week before they didn't give Roxanne an entrance, and now they presented her in the right way. Yeah, I don't know if they figured out on the main roster how to present Julia to this audience yet.
Yeah, that's why I said too. I think that match can go on NXT.
Because if Io goes down to NXT, you're boosting the ratings right there already. Like
exactly.
It's like you'll tune in for that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind Io getting a singles match at NXT, but it's just like I don't want the Deftones for Julia because I don't think Julia deserved that. Like as much as we do, you know, like we have our fun, we have our jokes and stuff like that. I don't want her coming out
feel the presence. You want to feel like the aura.
Yeah.
And this is, you know what? This is the time that you can anoint somebody new to be in this division, because while Bianca's out for however long with them broken fingers, like people need to really take advantage.
Yeah, that's why I said too with this draft, some of these NXT girls need to come up that it may be time for. Like Fallon Henley would do so well on Raw right now. In the IC division, she would kill it right now. Matter of fact, to be honest, all of Fatal Influence. Like if you brought Fatal Influence up, that would be a big problem for Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Damage Control can continue being a thing now that Dakota's gone. You can easily do Kabuki Warriors. They can still do Kabuki Warriors.
But there ain't no telling when Asuka coming back. Like I know Kyrie's ready, but ain't no telling when Asuka's coming.
Very quiet on that.
Yeah. So I think that Damage Control thing may be done. But they need some of these folks up here.
And that's why Io was the right call at Mania.
Yeah.
Because you got to position her just the same way we positioned Liv last year with everybody. You position Io that same way.
Exactly.
It ain't too many people that get a clean pin over Bianca.
No. And then at the show of shows, it's like, come on. What are we doing?
If Roxanne got an interest and Io don't, that's gonna say a lot to me.
Yeah, I don't think. You gotta get your champion.
I got 3 minutes of commercials right now. I don't know what they filled it with. I feel like she's gonna be in the ring.
Please.
Nah, you can't do that to Io.
Can't.
That's your champ.
That's just a vote of confidence for Roxanne to me.
Yeah, and I think somebody said something too. You're welcome as well. Your councilman was definitely not pleased with not getting to see his client's intro come out or getting her fucking name wrong.
That's so weird. I mean, they did Perth how long ago?
I think a year ago, right?
With the
like last year.
Yeah.
Was it? in Perth last
Yep.
year? I feel like they was in Canada last year. Again.
Oh wait, no, it was a year
No,
before.
I thought this elimination chamber was in. Where was this elimination chamber? It was in Toronto, right?
Toronto.
Yeah. But I feel like
So-
they were in Montreal before, right?
That was a while back because that's the one where Sammy had his defense against
Because
Roman.
Sammy took on Roman, but they were
Yeah.
in Sammy's hometown, right?
Yeah, they were in
Yeah.
Toronto again. Because remember, we came back to Toronto.
Okay.
Because I know Rhea took on Nia Jax in Perth.
Yeah, it's true.
And your other client Tiffy had her coming out party in the chamber match.
Yeah.
3 years ago? Was that 3 years ago?
That might have been 3 years ago.
And yeah, and Montez Ford was in singles. He was in the chamber as well for the men's.
Mhm.
Damn.
Yeah, but the Sammy Roman thing, yeah, that was a minute ago, bro.
Oh, no, EO got an entrance.
Got to. That's your champ.
That's a champ.
And besides, I gotta see her hold the title and drop the hoodie now. Like, oh,
Yeah.
they're like, come on now.
As she said, she wants respect.
Yo, bro, I just love that EO getting over, yo. I just love to see it.
Yeah, she should. She deserves
First-
to be over.
First time they've gotten somebody of this descent to be like,
Yeah.
properly be a star.
And that's why I wanted to keep going because I need her to be a study. I need them to study the blueprint of how she did it.
Mhm.
Yep, no gimmicks in deal, just her. That's what I love about it. It's just EO.
EO
Yep.
been dope. It's just EO.
Yep.
Why can't that dog be alone, Mom? Jeez, they're coming in here now.
And I love that EO knows the meme on social media now.
Yeah,
I love that she knows.
I love
She
it.
knows the emoji. She knows the whole. I love it.
Yep. Don't be surprised if you see it added to Fortnite very soon.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just glad to see her winning.
Another thing that's going to happen, like I'd say in this golden age of women's wrestling we're in, with the next people to come up, we're starting to see the ladies that are of smaller stature that can really work in mass.
Yeah.
People these two size, Ivy now, soon enough, like Thea will be up there.
Yep.
Like,
that's another reason why Rhea need to take a break. Because it's like, yo, like you get to see, like, then that's the thing I see that they pushing for. It's like being able to encourage people in the audience of like, yo, like if you want to fulfill this dream, you could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's go.
Mr. Crutch said. Who is he said?
The only one that can do a bow since Triple H.
Yes.
Who is he said?
I hope this match just goes to a clean.
I don't think so.
Good decision.
I don't think it is. You already know we finna get a Julia
Yeah.
thing. Now, what would be dope, instead of Rhea coming out, you get Jordan Grace coming out again. I mean, not again, but Jordan Grace come out this time.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, to drive Julia away so we could get a finish to the match.
Would it? I'm gonna say, would it can't be? It'll likely be Rhea.
Yeah.
But like I'm thinking, it's totally going to overshadow Julia if it's Stephanie.
Ooh, dang, I didn't even think about that.
Stephanie makes the save just because Julia still got to get her one off.
Yeah. I know it's gonna be Rhea. It's just I just don't want it to be Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, they gotta like maybe this thing with Roxanne and Julia builds out more because I gotta believe that Kyrie or Asuka are gonna make a save at some point.
That's why I was like, I don't know why you don't pair Kyrie and Asuka with Julia. Io don't need nobody, but this would really help.
Io? That's
like it's all right there.
That's grimy.
Oh my god!
I can see it though.
Because heel Asuka is fire, and then a heel Kyrie.
What Kyrie's been doing for the past year or 2 years has been dope.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like,
it needs to pay off. It really needs to pay off.
And that's what I'm saying. Pair them with Julia. It's over.
She does work better as a heel, Kyrie's saying.
Yeah. And that's what, because like Io's such over as a face. It's like, yo, Io don't need no one else with her right now.
Just her.
And that's another reason why I don't want it too, just because I was talking about this blueprint to figure out. It's like, yo, like she's making way more sense. And y'all need to study, like, okay, so how do we start getting these other folks over when we start bringing them here?
Right. Yes, you may, Boza. Because actually, I'll be at that show because it's literally like right across the street from me. So I will be seeing the CEO in person on Friday, and there's no doubt in my mind that she's going to retain her title.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No offense, there ain't nobody yet in Japan right now where I'd see where it work carrying the title right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who TK thinks she is?
Now what happened?
You gonna like we didn't just break this news on the Monday Night Mirror. You gonna send me the invite? We didn't already broke the invite. We didn't do it here. I don't need to respond to your request. We break the news here.
Like, you know, we coming. Like the question when he sent you the invite. Man, you need to hit accept.
Oh man. That is a lovely little restaurant too. And if you like Jamaican food, it's open late. It's one of them joints that's open to like 4 a.m. So
oh man.
So the mayor will be having oxtails 2 weekends in a row because Memorial Day weekend is the Bird Collective oxtail cook-off. I'll be going to that. They're running it back for Friday Night SmackDown the week after. Nah, Boza. They can carry the title, but they can't carry the brand. That's the difference. Mercedes is walking billboard for all these companies. I legit don't think Mercedes dropping none of these belts to 2026. And I don't even know how you do it with like 5 or more. Go.
Oh, gee.
Oh, there you go.
The fact that fans love doing the taunt too is great. Like it's
Yeah.
If I don't get that on a shirt, like Man, we are missing. Uh-oh. I hope she was just selling that knee and that wasn't legit. Yeah, don't give me no
you
basic.
wait. Yeah, you way in front of us. I'm just seeing the taunt.
Okay.
I love it, bro. I love it.
Oh. Don't give me no basic black. Oh, we doing. Hey, I don't think I've ever seen EO do that before. I don't even know what he calls it. Is it the Colossus theory? Colossal theory?
Yeah, something that sounds familiar.
What does Gable call his role in Germans?
Oh, chaos theory.
Chaos theory. Okay. EO almost did that. I've never seen her do that before.
Coming out that back. I like that they I like how she's like really like highlighting my client too. Like a lot of the stuff that like Roxanne do is like storytelling within the ring. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just seeing what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is a great match.
This is a really good match.
So far, this is match of the night. I don't think I've ever seen Roxanne do that before. You'll see it in a second, but it's like a strike.
Ooh, nice move. Nice counter.
Whew. At some point this year, I would like for Roxanne to come for Charlotte because they were.
Oh, you talking about the cartwheel thing with the knee to the back of the head?
Yeah,
yeah. She's been doing that for the last couple weeks now.
Okay, I ain't seen that before.
Yeah, she just started. But no, she literally just started doing it though. Yeah, I forget who was the first person she did it to, but it was on NXT, and I was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck is that?"
Opening up the bag.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Ooh,
it's not bad.
Clean pin.
And not in a disrespectful way either. Like in a way that's like, hey, I survived. But I was gonna say I would like Roxanne to come at Charlotte at some point since they were runner.
Yeah.
Up in the Rumble.
Yeah.
I need to see that.
Like, I was runner up in the Rumble and I lasted in there longer than you. See, this is well done because of that no inclusion of anybody else. That's the best you can ask for, Roxanne, right now.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad ending.
No,
that wasn't a bad ending.
Just like, hey, I can go toe to toe with the champ, and she had to get me on a roll up.
Yeah, that was a good one. I'm not mad at that ending.
Oh, she's grabbing out her hand.
Right, and it's like you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it with Roxanne.
That salad was good. How come it makes salad like that at home?
Exactly what my coach said. She should not be ashamed.
Nope, that was a really good match.
I would have liked to kept seeing it.
Okay. I was about to say, there's no way.
Hold on. We ain't seen it yet. Hold on.
What?
Damn, y'all are ahead of me.
I know. Well, no surprise there.
They got Julia out here dressed like a No Limit soldier. It's like, come on, man.
Oh, okay.
She's not really even doing that stuff.
He is dressed like a no limit soldier. See, this would been great. This would be great if Jordan Grace come out.
I
See,
know.
for a second, that was really cool what they did. Like, I'm gonna shake your hand, this respect type thing. I was like, oh, okay, dope.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, all right.
It's like a welcome to Raw moment for Roxanne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she still ain't there yet for some reason. No,
That
you know what it
is
ain't?
so much more about getting Julia over. It's so much more about that.
Yeah, but also too, I think they saving it for the draft. I think they want to pull a Mello and start showing because remember, you need to make the draft a little more important. I think they're saving it for that for her official call.
Okay. I can see that. I can really see Roxanne being a number one pick.
Yeah.
That can make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because that way it separates her from this Julia stuff, but you gave Julia some FaceTime piggybacking off Roxanne. That would make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
I need y'all to go watch EO versus Piper in Japan before they ever went to NXT. EO deadlifted Piper off of her feet, carried her around the ring, and suplexed her. Okay.
Hey, look, this is why we represent for
for
EO.
Insane. Wrexham had nowhere else to go, Bozer. It was now or never.
Yeah.
And if you guys haven't seen, they're considering having Axiom go without the mask and be. I guess I don't know if it'll be A-Kid again, but
I don't know. Yeah, but I saw the what it was the post he put out where it was him leaving like the mask in the trash can from Spider-Man.
Yeah, I did see that,
and I was like,
that might be close. That might be how they separate them as a tag team.
Mm.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense, Boz. I forgot they had. Well, is she at home?
Yeah, she's doing promotion for Perth.
Waller was back. Waller and them were just there together. So Waller flew back to do Raw and Rhea didn't.
Well, they probably got her doing like the full press run though too.
Mm-hmm.
They probably got her like really on it, pushing for because when is the first show?
Mm-hmm.
Their first show should be coming up soon, right?
The next three we got is Backlash main event, Money in the Bank, and I don't know if Crown Jewel is between Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. It might be.
But aren't they doing like a Monday Night Raw and some other stuff like in Perth as well?
I think they're doing a Raw. I want to say
October 10th,
SmackDown.
And
Yeah, so are those back to back?
I have no idea.
They have
SmackDown,
to.
Crown Jewel, and Raw all in Perth. Oh yeah, so it might be all in one thing, kind of like how they doing with Tampa.
So it's Friday through Monday then.
And also, they're doing that for Clash in Paris. Like they're going to be in Paris for Raw, and going to have Clash in Paris.
Okay, that makes sense.
That might be something I want to do. Save up little coins and do this European tour of wrestling shows.
I think that make all the sense in the world.
Yeah, experience those crowds.
I would love to, especially after watching the backlash they had out there. I'm like,
yeah,
I would love to be a part of that.
2026 is the goal. That is going to be the goal.
I need Alpha Academy to add another member.
Something. Because Otis as the head of it ain't.
It's not it.
Yeah, it's not coming together like they wanted to.
Who do you think should be? Who do you think? Which superstar you think should join Otis, Tozawa, and Maxine?
Austin Theory.
I think I was like, I think that was said on WWT too. Austin Theory.
Just because Austin Theory, when he was in the way, and he was kind of just like the dunce of the group, he plays that role very well. But now that he's a more serious superstar, I can see him as like a rah-rah guy, as a light baby face. This presentation of Rusev is beautiful.
I'm not mad at it. As much as I wanted Rusev Day, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm gonna say is when he walks up, there we go. I need that close up.
Mm-hmm.
At some point in 25, I need Rusev and Braun Breaker.
Yeah. Dang, you know what though too? We getting a lot of people that can make some excellent candidates for Money in the Bank, man. This is gonna be a tough.
It's gonna be very interesting on the men's side.
If Rusev got Money in the Bank, he's like, Jay, I'm gonna clean you of your this weight you carrying as champion for a calendar year. Give me them.
Don't worry, I'm gonna take care of that for you.
Do you think about the returnees? I'm talking about like Rusev, Aleister Black. I think deep down a lot of people want Melo, but he was in last year's Money in the Bank. It's like you got options.
You got options, bro.
How they get to this 5 or 6 is gonna say a lot.
Yeah, you got Drew, you got Damian, you got Solo, you got LA Knight.
Yep.
I hope Drew and LA not in it. They was in it last year. Drew won it last year.
Yeah. So I don't think Drew would be in it.
I hope we get just like a new field where it's like, oh damn, this is really gonna launch this person's career.
Yeah.
Like Breaker should probably be in it.
Yeah. I was definitely saying Braun Breaker should be in it.
This might
Breakers, maybe you tease the whole, hey, I got the contract. If Seth ever becomes champion, it's like, oh, I want to be champion now.
Yep.
And also, depending if he's going to return or not, I wouldn't mind seeing Ilya Dragunov in Money in the Bank.
What was his injury?
They said he wasn't coming back till September though. Like his shit is bad. Like it was. I think like his quad. Like I think he had a Triple H type injury.
Oof.
Hey, Rusev big ass out here doing spinning heel kicks like he 1, 2, 3 kid.
Like Rusev. I mean, he has lost that weight though. I will say he's more agile.
He does look good.
Why they go to commercial right now? What is this, a Black Mirror commercial? I've never watched an episode of Black Mirror.
It's good. You should watch it.
But like once you get so deep into the seasons, like I have to weigh the commitment because I got to start I know they're all different, but it's like, should I start from the very first episode? Very first season.
So okay. So the good thing about them is they don't have a lot of episodes. It's like I think the longest season is like 6 episodes. But as a fan of it, if I were to tell you where to start, let me see.
Because what's the other one that's on TV? It's not Black Mirror. It's
I'm gonna be honest. You could skip season 1.
Okay.
You could skip season 1. Season 2 is the one that's gonna get you to want to watch Black Mirror.
Okay.
So I would skip season 1, go straight into season 2. Season 3 is really good. That's probably one of the ones where they had like their best like back for back.
And it's like 7 deep now though, right?
Yeah, they about 7. But again, like the majority of them are like 6 episodes a season.
Okay. I might be able to
yeah, and then like season 5 is like 3. And I'll be honest, you might could skip season 5.
Yeah, when you get deep in the season, I'll be having to think about it. It's like with American Horror Story, I'll be like, nah, do I want to start this? Like,
no, because American Horror Story, like, you gotta watch the full season. Like, there's a few of them like you can look at and kind of skip if you want, and you're not missing anything. But like For American Horror Story, it'd be like you got to watch every episode to get the whole story.
Mhm.
Exactly. And I don't want to be
Yeah.
lost. I don't wanna
No,
be
like 2, you can go. It's kind of like, did you ever see Love, Death, and Robots?
No.
It's almost kind of the same thing. They're just like animated shorts, but it's like you don't have to watch them in no order or nothing. You can kind of just be like, oh, okay, this one look interesting. This one look interesting. Okay, let me watch this one. This one look interesting. And the only consistency between them is like little small Easter eggs, but nothing that's where it's like you needed to where it's like this gonna make sense that I needed to watch this one first in order to get it.
Got it.
Except for like maybe 2, like the USS Callister, because it's a 2-parter. So they have it in like season 5, and then in season 7, the continuation comes in.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but it's something you could easily get into. I would definitely say start with season 2. You'll be like, okay, I'm watching now.
Yeah, I've always avoided it, and it's like staring at me now because I just finished the last season of You. And I'm like, what now?
Black Mirror, just because you'll run through Black Mirror, like you'll run through that shit like that.
Says I'll just move the Prime display. Is he gonna roll it back into place though? Yes, he is.
Oh man.
Is he about to fix his damn Prime display?
Di-
Come on, let's go.
At some point, we got to reward Otis for his service.
Mhm.
Give him like a gimme title. Like,
I mean, I could definitely
in the bank winner.
I could definitely see him as a transitional IC champion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Didn't he pulled up on Oba before? Didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was good for him. They should have probably did like a best of 7 there.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Why should escape? Well, nah, they couldn't do it now.
Didn't Lana sign a Legends contract too?
She did.
I don't know if she can pull off that character no more though.
Who?
Lana. I don't think she can pull that off no more.
Nah, not with him as the way he's going with this one as the Redeemer.
Like that used to hit when you see her saying Rusev Crush on the sideline. I
Yeah.
don't know if she can do the fake accent no more.
Nah. And I think it's better with Rusev on his own.
Mhm.
Like I don't need to see Rusev as a gimmick.
Mm-mm.
Says I was stepping to Rusev.
Oh man.
Like Tazal, what you think about that?
So with this stuff they doing with Rusev, who do y'all think like a wild card? Who's going to be the hero? It's not going to be Otis or Tozawa.
Hey, you know what's crazy? This would have been the one for Ilya to make a great comeback for.
I know.
I don't even know, honestly, because it's not a lot. Like we be talking about how the roster is stacked. It's not a lot of people on Raw right now
No, there really isn't.
that can take this hit from him. Like unless you do Austin Theory.
Only person I can think off the top of my head, just because he came back now, is like Sheamus. Like how Sheamus and Drew had them hard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Sheamus.
It might be Sheamus. I think you're right. I think you just hit the nail on the head. Or Penta.
I can see Penta. Like Sheamus just like, oh yeah, you want to fight? I want to fight. Like they can just do that.
That definitely is a good callback too to them being in a clique before.
League of Nations. Get the boat off my goddamn TV.
Why?
Everything was going well.
She has no dealings with Rusev.
She's here for Maxine because they're a
Yeah.
tag team now, or she's training her.
Mhm.
I will say if Natty get Maxine nice in the graps, I'll stop my slander for the rest of the year. You have my
Yes.
word, WWT.
If she can do that, I give you boat status then.
Kevin Owens tweeted out, "Dear Seth Rollins, do you also plan on getting an absolutely insane spray tan job to fit in with the rest of your group? Anyway, miss you, Kevin."
Oh my god.
Oh, Kevin is a national treasure and should be protected at all costs. If they don't, I'll tell you now, after this John thing is done, bro, if y'all don't put the strap on Kevin, if Kevin come to Raw and y'all do not put the strap on this man, we have failed as a WWE society. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm putting this in the chat, and I hope whoever made this gets the credit and the love that Randy Orton is actually reposting it, because that's dope.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And just for y'all who in the chat, like Randy Orton tweeted out the whole Anthony Edwards Legend Killer meme of him giving a Legend Killer chain.
Andy Orton, bro. I am excited. I am definitely excited for tomorrow's NXT. I will be in the house for the watch along.
Are they playing baseball now, Larry? Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that happened. See, I've been trying to follow this stuff, but I haven't had a chance. But El Grande Americano is now your Speed champion. He defeated Dragon Lee for the Speed Championship.
Interesting.
Wow. You know who couldn't do that? Rey Mysterio.
Right.
We have to go through this.
You know, they definitely wouldn't have been able to accomplish that.
And apparently during all these damn Netflix commercials, we got a Karrion Kross promo. With, I quote them saying, "I'm nobody special. I'm just the devil you know versus the devils you don't." Why can't that air on my television?
Right, like, but I got to sit here and look at this Minute Maid commercial. Ain't even a Minute Maid we be drinking. Like, they know we be on that carton. Like, ain't nobody trying to buy these bottles. Well, I'm telling you, these ads is landing on thick for this Thunderbolt stuff. I tell you that. Like, look, it was great. Don't get me wrong. I watched it. It was fantastic. Greatest Marvel movie of all time, though?
It's like,
We're doing a lot now. We're doing a lot.
I've changed my pick. Karrion Kross got to be Money in the Bank. And if it's not Karrion, it got to be Sami Zayn. But Karrion Kross got the
Good
money.
God. Mick Foley Jr. is McMahon. I'd rather Karrion. I'd rather Karrion or Braun.
Like, that's how you reward Karrion Kross.
Mm.
And you know what? That actually helps his gimmick because Scarlett can just come out on every champion and lead the hourglass.
The hourglass. I would love to see that, man. I just want to see Karrion get his flowers.
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yo, I cannot get enough of watching EO do this. Like, I could watch this all fucking day.
Great. You got to give me an animation of that on a TV on a shirt.
Exactly.
I need that. And just to remind y'all, this is the go home show for Backlash this Saturday night, where you will see Pat McAfee take on Gunther. And I'm guessing we might do a watch along or a post show. I don't know what TK is asking for, but if Pat McAfee lands any offense, I won't be there.
Look, listen, if y'all give me any inclination that Pat McAfee got some hope in this match, y'all don't deserve Gunther in the WWE.
Yeah, I don't like suspending my reality that much because they'll be like, "Oh, he's a football player. He was a punter." Okay,
Michael Cole. So we're not gonna talk about the verbal assault you did on Gunther. Don't act like you innocent, dog. Don't act like you innocent, bro. You was playing favoritism, and you know that's the consequences of your actions.
if he sent Pat McAfee home for a little bit, he got to send Cole home too for a bit. We need a new crew next Monday.
Hey, you know what though? You saying it like that? What if that do really become the outcome from that?
That'd be dope.
It ain't Pat that gets sent home, it's Cole.
That'd be dope. I think we're at a space where, hey, Michael Cole deserves a nice month-long vacation or something like that.
Hell yeah.
He needs it.
I'm glad to give Michael Cole his flowers.
He should. He's been with them for quite some time, Michael Cole.
Like over 20. Like it said, this said 28 years.
Yeah.
Y'all see them chains? I wish I had NLI when I was in college.
Bruh.
I would have definitely bought some ignorant shit. 100%.
I just want to see if he gets his butt kicked on Saturday. Is he going to show up with a neck brace on his show?
Whoa, pause. Pause. Nobody beats their meat. What we doing, Pat? Oh, I see what you did there.
Who's doing this? Go. They pissing on the floor.
Very strong promo by Pat, but like you're not selling me that.
Nah.
You're not selling me.
The way Gunther looking at you like you gonna get dog walked.
We hardly knew you, Pat.
Right. It's like, hey, great. I'm glad that's how you feel. I'm glad you said it. Come backlash, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. There's no amount of words that's stopping what's coming to you this Saturday.
You was barking.
Stop, man.
Why? He's letting. Where's he at? Wow.
Whew.
Anybody see what I just put in the chat?
I'll check it now.
Wait, hold on. Let me check it.
Ha! No, he did not. Steiner math. 100 men versus like gorilla.
That is great.
Oh, Scott Steiner, thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Bear, for sharing that.
Oh my goodness.
No chance. No chance. In that. That's crazy, man. One last time.
The final time.
Yeah, I don't know why I can say it one last time. The final time. Where Randy is the face and Cena is the heel.
Yeah.
This is great to kick off like Cena's title reign for 17.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even hear this earlier. See, man, I didn't even hear it. But during that Judgment Day segment earlier with AJ, he walked up on Finn and called him Prince.
Yeah.
He said, Prince is good, man.
Yeah.
That might tease the whole. That might be a nice landing spot for Finn, if I'm being honest. Finn pairing up with AJ, because AJ's voice is gone.
That would be good.
Yeah, that would be going back to Bullet Club days.
Yeah. That's a nice little card.
Yeah.
I only see one title change happening, and that's Lyra and Becky.
Right. I don't care what nobody say, bro. That Cena title was hard. The spinner belt, I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Yeah.
That was a great title.
It was.
I remember when he first debuted it on the episode of SmackDown.
Yeah. Like, man, I'm like, y'all haters. All I know is this: Jacob finna be so disrespectful in this match this Saturday.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
The show.
Yeah, and everybody just won these titles with the exception of one, to your point.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, Bose, that's the only women's match I can see on this card because I'm pretty sure they're banking on doing
Evolution.
No. I was going to say Nia versus Tiffany at Saturday Night Main Event.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not going to do like a legit. I can't see them doing a legit Jade versus Tiffany unless they do like
not
a
yet.
four-way.
Yeah, it can't be her straight up.
Mm-mm.
Interesting though, seeing Finn talking to Roxanne though.
I didn't see that. When did that happen?
Yeah,
as
when
Jay was walking, it was in the
when
background.
Jay was walking.
And now you're saying mixing up with AJ Styles?
You know what? If Finn just go make his other Judgment Day with Julia and Roxanne, I might be into that.
We doing something
I
now.
might be into that.
Like if you decide to bring out like some version of the Bullet Club,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I might be into that. Because then you talk about Roxanne just countering whatever Liv is doing.
Yep. And then what you just need, no, that's about it. Because Carlito really count, but don't count.
Mm-hmm.
AJ IC title. Finn can go for the world. Roxanne for the world title. Julia for the IC title.
That'd be dope.
Oh my god. I would love for Finn to be champion again.
Yeah. But I think to something Mayor said earlier during EO and Roxanne's, we're starting to get back to the point where having a smaller champion is being a little bit more accepted. Because that's the shit that just really messed up Finn during like Vince's days. Vince thought he was too small, so he didn't want to book him as champion.
Yeah, Vince never liked small guys being champion and didn't think it was possible.
Which made no sense at all.
Another example I can give, he thought Chris Jericho couldn't even be champion, and he was that small.
Man, the stories I heard about Jericho.
But hey, there are so many.
Yo, especially the one I found out about the when he won the undisputed title. Yo, like, did you ever hear about that? So they it was the night that he beat The Rock and Stone Cold in the same night. And I think what was the last one was Stone Cold, right?
Yeah.
Once he won, he got down, walked to the back. All of Gorilla was empty. Like no one was there to congratulate him at all. Like he literally spent his first night as undisputed champion, soaking with ice packs in his hotel room with a pizza.
My God.
His first night as undisputed champion. I was like, yo, as much as I talk shit about Chris Jericho, the first undisputed champion?
And that wasn't like a prank or anything like that?
No, like again, like Vince didn't want that at all. Vince did not want him taking that off of his two main guys, but we had got to that point to where like it was a new shift in the class.
Mm-hmm.
And it was time to give it to Jericho, and that's what all the creative wanted. That's what all of a few of the other folks like in the board wanted, but all of like Vince's boys and them. That's the first time I've ever heard like Gorilla being empty, like right after a match. Like yo, like y'all didn't even stay to congratulate him.
That's pretty cold.
Honestly, Anto, I don't think we're gonna get a Travis Scott appearance. Oh shit! Okay. Io and Rhea versus Roxanne and Julia. So it's now your city.
I had to go back and run back that Paul Heyman promo from earlier. He's justified.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if Jay went clean,
see, the only reason why I don't know is the fact that we didn't get no shenanigans with Io and Roxanne.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Who was Logan Paul's first rivalry?
Oh shit.
Was it Seth?
No, Seth was after.
No,
So
not
Seth
No.
was at
Seth.
Mania.
Was it
Evan?
Was it Rovan?
Oh man, who was it? Because it's not Ricochet. I know it ain't that. Oh no, wasn't it Ray? I think it was Rey Mysterio, right?
I think it was right because he beat him for the U.S. title belt.
Yeah, but they first one, I think his first match was like at WrestleMania 38, right?
I do not remember.
No. His first match was both him and Dominic. That was him and Dominic. That was his first match. Let me see.
Is it possible that Logan interferes this match and costs Seth?
I can see him coming out. I think we're finna see a lot. Oh, The Miz. The Miz was his first one.
Oh yeah, because they were together at first. I forgot about that. See?
Oh wow,
That's
and
my point earlier.
we're all wrong. That's when Elimination Chamber went to Perth. It was in 2022.
Oh, 2022.
Man.
2022, we were in Perth, and he defeated The Miz. That belt looks so much better with the blue on it.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much better because it's still dope. Let me not say that. Oh, I know you'll like this, Courtney. That AEW belt is way better in person.
Really?
That
Which belt?
fucker's fire in person.
Which belt? The world title?
The world title. That shit is fire. I did not realize like that. That shit sparkles like nobody's business. And this was like nighttime when I saw it. I was like, that belt fly as fuck. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like TV do
Yeah.
not do that belt justice.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, because you have a guy that's hiding in a briefcase.
Hey, that's your boy. That's your boy right there, though, man.
Mm-mm.
Oh, faithful.
Oh, and I see your real boy Darby Allin broke a record again. This book of records today.
Yeah, he broke it for Mount Everest.
Little club foot out there making history, huh?
Now get his butt back home safely. What?
Shit, after everything else he done, shit. He should start calling himself invincible.
20,000 feet or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that.
Now, what's the highest that somebody can actually go though? Record it.
That's a good question.
Because I can't imagine having the stomach to do that, and you gonna literally walking by frosted bodies on the way up.
But I think it's 30 because like that's when like air starts to get real thin and you'll pass out.
And then it's probably not feasible to have to carry a bunch of like stuff weighted heavily. Like you have to take like a tank up with you or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure like the bare minimum and stuff, and also just like the way you prepare for your dress, like making sure all your stuff is like insulated to be able to move and everything. And then also too, I want to believe it's also the way you're climbing it as well. So it's like it take time. So like you have to wait for certain spots on when to move. Man. So it's like they'll have to find like grooves within like the mountain that they travel and to kind of like get away from like real like it's like at a certain wind resistance, like snow start to hurt, and then like ice going around, like that shit can blow enough to where it start slightly cutting you and stuff. So I just see why it takes so long to do it.
I know Tony Khan gave that man every resource. Like we do not need this PR nightmare if you excommunicate yourself. Like you can't.
That'd have been fun if he did that just to jump off of it. Like, oh my God, there's a man doing a coffin drop off of Everest.
Oh my God.
They give that, and I'm telling you, if they did that just to promote their next PLE, be like, you know what, AEW, you own something now. Now you got my attention. You got my attention now.
Dear God.
Like WWE, y'all got to step it up. I know none of your people would do this. Ah! So just got
Ooh.
back from a trip to the sun.
Ooh. Ooh. Sad.
Shout out to the people that be wrestling in the sneakers. His Air Force One came off.
Yeah, I keep wondering when you're gonna change that. Like Jada Parker changed hers, bro. It's about that time.
Mm-hmm.
So Aruka wrestling in Vans, and I hope to the heavens she gets a sponsorship.
Yes.
Give
yes.
So Aruka a
Yeah.
Vans sponsorship.
Yes.
Vans is really a good fit though, because like it's flat. The grooves that are in them too into the ring, it makes so much more sense.
Mm-hmm.
And they better like slip resistant, so when she get on the rope, she ain't got to worry about slipping
Yeah.
off and shit.
Sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Soul Ruka, man.
She's great.
Right? Like,
She actually,
doing-
since I started watching NXT, she made me a fan.
man, whole shoe off. Our champ, ladies and gentlemen, our champion, Loose Shoe Jey Uso, our world heavyweight champion.
I think this is just to set up Seth as the person lurking in the background. I'll be really surprised if we completely scrap Logan Paul.
Man, I can see it. But now that you say it, though, I also see him now coming to interfere in the match and like knocking out Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Man, these commercials be killing me.
I don't know why we need another Final Destination movie.
Mm.
You know what it is? I feel like people just find new ways to add to that stuff, and then they just like, okay, we got to make a movie and show that.
After the first one, that was it.
Yeah, after I don't know if it was even the first one, but after it was like that highway scene where the log falls off, I was like, no, I'm cool. I'm not watching this no more.
I'm saying, it's like
Yeah.
so like out of this world.
Yeah, and the one thing you gonna do is not make me be fearful of life,
Mhm.
Right? This one drop of water from the sink gonna have a series of events called
Right.
shoot myself in the shower. Like what?
man. It's crazy. This Candyman last film.
Mm.
What you mean?
Oh, he passed away.
The
The guy that played Candyman?
not the new Candyman, right?
No, not the new Candyman. The old school Candyman.
Okay, that was cool.
Yeah, old school. Yeah. He was also the voice of Venom.
Oh.
Tony Todd, man. R.I.P.
Mm.
Yeah. That's another movie I never got to see yet.
Which
No.
one?
The Venoms, the Tom Hardys. I ain't seen
You're
none
not
of them.
missing nothing. You're not missing nothing.
Is it really not that great?
Well, it
It's
made
not.
me real.
It's not great. It's not like bad, but like if y'all said like y'all just never checked them out, I'd be. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't have been here. Like you ain't seen. Nah, you at least gotta watch. Like, okay.
Oh.
that's a solid choice that you weren't even trying to make. Yes, they are okay.
I want a gimmick where a Samoan refuses to do the Samoan drop.
Mm.
Give me something I ain't seen before.
Who also got a soft head and can't headbutt like everybody else.
Braun Breaker's inclusion in this feels so weird.
Who's?
Braun's. He's just ringside looking like Triple H. Like he could have had like a grand entrance instead of just being here the entire match.
Yeah.
Did you guys happen to watch the Stephanie's Places with the Bloodline?
Not yet. I saw like the first 10 minutes of it.
It's only 20 minutes long. It's a really good watch.
20 minutes.
Okay.
It's a
I'm gonna
really
finish
good
it then.
watch.
I'll try to finish it tonight. Yeah, when I started, I was kind of dozing off. Not because it was boring, it was late, and so I kind of dozed off. But I was liking it so far.
Yeah, it shows them on like a different light, which is cool.
Yeah, I did see a few clips of it on socials.
And like it helped me understand, like they further helps me understand how the family is kind of how they come together, how they separated. But like they always show like it's just was Roman and the twins growing up, but like Jacob was around them too. As kids all the time.
Yeah, I think a lot of it kind of gets that where because things happen, there's certain ways you got to showcase them. And I think some of the family even did that.
Yeah, we got to
found
see
out that Solo's middle name is Yokozuna.
Yeah, we got to see a lot of archive footage when it was Yokozuna, Rosie, Umaga.
I didn't realize how super close Umaga and Rosie were though. Like I didn't know. I wasn't aware of that. Like how close they were.
I know it's cool to see how tight people was and they dads, uncles.
And even too now, like a lot of the kids, like it ain't stopped. Like I know they don't always show it, but like Zilla's always with them. Like you saw Jacob a year ago in the crowd, cheering his family members on, and now he at WrestleMania,
right? In a match.
Yeah. What's crazy is they don't show the sisters though. That'd be my thing. I'd be like,
It's true.
They don't never show the sisters. True.
I wonder if that's like by design because not everybody's in the industry. But
I feel like that is. I feel like they be trying to protect them too.
That could be a good point.
Yeah, because most people like most people don't know like Rikishi got daughters, and I was like, yes. This has been a solid match. I will say that.
Yeah, it's a good match for Jey Uso. And it's like by the book so far.
But this is what Jey need though. This is the shit I need to see from Jey.
And having a credible challenger like Seth can help.
That was a good sequence. I ain't gonna lie. That was a good spear into a pedigree.
Ooh.
Yeah, this gotta end the shenanigans because Seth can't lose this.
Either Braun
Like you,
or Logan Paul.
yeah, like this your first match. Like you can't come back from WrestleMania's victory to lose.
Yeah, neither man can look weak here.
No. So I don't think this is gonna end clean.
Seth ain't pulled out no double stomp since the Royal Rumble, huh?
No.
He was like
That was the last time he was
specifically for
really
Roman.
pissed off.
Yeah, he was like, that was for Roman.
Give
Yeah,
you
Roman
both feet.
only.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, he really added this to his repertoire.
You talking about the sleeper?
Yeah, like
That's
I
good.
really thought that was for Gunther.
That's good that he got that.
Yeah,
Nice little transition for him.
and something different because normally you don't see the Samoans using that, like submissions as much.
Yeah, I feel like Roman's matches leveled up when he started using the guillotine.
Yeah, it did. That was a cold. The way he did it was cold.
Yeah, like actually putting his whole weight into it too. It was like, okay,
Yeah.
you really trying to choke somebody out.
Yeah.
Because the way I saw Cesaro's head go purple, I was like, oh, like Roman.
Not gonna go on the band now. There's one more year neighbor, right? Third. You need to stop, Mom. I want to bring Busy in here, Mom. I'm going to bring Busy in here.
CJ just needs some smaller forces. That's what that is.
Yeah.
He went got the big joints. That's why.
Triple socks.
Yeah. That's how I know them shoes too damn big.
This might have been on his Instagram, but I think this is like way before WrestleMania. He had somebody gave him like a custom pair of Jordans.
You know what would be funny? Well, not funny, but what would be crazy is like majority of them could get they just don't think to do it. Like they just don't think to ask anybody like, yo, man, can somebody reach out to Nike and get me some custom joints?
Mm-hmm.
Nice camera shot on the dude with the Seth Rollins shirt.
Oh, you played me. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I
I told you he was coming out.
Oh, I'm way ahead.
Yeah, I'm ahead too. I'm just like, all right. How we about to... We're already a little bit over where we normally stop at, so I'm wondering how this is about to go.
Oh my God. Oof.
Come on, Jay. Now this where you
can forget. I like Sammy, but don't forget about
don't
Sammy.
forget who, like Sammy, you know what you is. Don't do that. Like we ain't seen no spear tonight. Like, don't do that.
Ooh.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh man.
There we go.
And he's got a chair.
My man Sammy just pooped himself.
Match is over.
Why is you going to check on him?
My heart almost sank for a moment because I was about to say, you do Jey Uso like this.
Oof.
I don't like that they modified Braun's spear. Like, yo, let that man make full contact.
Yeah. Higher vantage points like up here.
Yeah. Like, fuck that. Let him hit where Goldberg at. Oh, they doing everything. Okay, this how you end. This how you end the Raw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for that. I'm here for this ending.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm gonna let the councilman get there.
Yeah, no spoilers.
So I'm seeing CM Punk and Mick Foley Jr. in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it's Sammy. Sammy is the third person.
You think?
Sammy is the third person, bro.
They turned on him last week though.
Yeah, but that's the initiation. Beat some sense into him. I think Sammy may be just looking at Paul while he was. I'm like, nah, Paul up to something. Paul
You know
up
what?
to something.
He's always up to something.
After everything we've been through with Sammy and Jay, that would be heartbreaking.
My God.
That's what we need, though. That's
That would
just
be
what we
extremely
need.
heartbreaking.
That's what the streets need. We need some heartbreaker.
Heartbreaking betrayal.
But also, too, that bell did not ring. So this match is still going.
I didn't hear it either. The referee just got the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, so I was like, is the match really over?
He just said, I'm done.
What?
He just said, I'm done.
I'm done.
All right, let's get this post show going. I'm gonna pay a couple bills. We'll be right back.
This episode of Women's Wrestling Talk has been brought to you by All Caribbean Wrestling. Catch the wave. Go to allcaribbeanwrestling.com to check out all the latest pay-per-views or go on the YouTube page at All Caribbean Wrestling. Also, go and check out their socials on Instagram at All Caribbean Wrestling and on X at All Caribbean WR1.
All right, Women's Wrestling Talk, Monday 5th, Cinco de Mayo, Monday Nightmare, Backlash, Go Home show for Monday Night Raw just ended. And we saw Sami Zayn, CM Punk, and kind of Jey Uso standing tall to end the show. Don't think there was a title change there. I think we did have a disqualification. But let's jump from the top and how we got here at the beginning of the night. We started the show with Jey Uso coming out. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was getting food at this time. When I came back, he was interrupted by Paul Heyman. And they had a nice little war of words. Jay's always been right-hand man to Roman. He questioned Heyman's reasoning for talking to him, but Heyman let out a pretty strong promo saying that he was in the right to betray the tribal chief, that he had no choice, that when he lost the belt to Cody, he left Heyman there to fend for himself with Solo, Guerrillas of Destiny, and Jacob. He got put through a table. He got beat up. There was a time where he hadn't slept, or he visibly looked like he hadn't slept in weeks, if not months, until Roman came back just to retrieve the Ulafala. So he said he was in the right. And it's a nice callback to actually get long-term storytelling there, because you got to remember that when the wise man got taken out by the new bloodline, the person that came to his aid was not Roman. It was CM Punk. Mm-hmm. And that he just wanted to help his best friend reach his best moment of all time, that Roman was all in the wrong. But
Yo,
all in
I
what?
remember that shit. Paul Heyman did look like he was at school with a whole bunch of bullies. He was like, "Please don't leave me here. Please don't leave me here."
Right?
This dude.
He's like,
Please
can
take
I
me
go with you?
bro. Can I go with you? Can I please go with you?
Yeah, it was a whole thing. That's the beautiful thing about Paul Heyman. He always ties the loose ends. So it's like we look at that, and you can say it was manipulative or whatnot, but he had some points to say Jay has to defend his title against Seth Rollins because he defeated Roman and CM Punk, and he should be the rightful number one contender. Just completely ditching whatever we did with Logan Paul last week, where Logan stole on Jay backstage. But what do you guys think of the opening segment? I feel like we rarely open Raw with a match.
Oh, I digged it. I think it was a great kickoff to Raw. It tied in a lot of stuff that's going on. Even something that I was saying like earlier, it seems like we're getting a lot of the like big bunch ups in rivalries right now. That's what it's kind of looking like. Like there's a lot of like tie-ins with everyone, and I'm starting to see that and be like very curious as to like, okay, how are all of these going to get managed? Like will someone get lost in the fray? Like what's gonna happen? But it's seeming like they're doing a good job with like starting it off with this, like having Seth Rollins going for the title made more sense now. At first I was kind of a little against it. I'm just like, me and the mayor were even talking about like, yo, like it okay, when we doing the Braun versus Jay match, when we getting that? And it was like, no, we're gonna run Seth again. But as we learned later in the night, excuse me, we got a little something different, but I enjoyed the kickoff to Raw.
I actually did enjoy it, and it was very solid. And as Will pointed out, there is a lot of segues with a lot of these rivalries that are happening. So it's nice that some of these stars are really crossing over a bit, and there's still going to be a lot of continuing past, especially in the main event, because we thought what it was supposed to be, but it actually turned into something different, which I did enjoy, and it ended Raw. And I did like it. They kicked off with a promo from last week with Seth, so at least it can still continuing on. So I'm very curious on how this is going to go, not just with Backlash, but after Raw with the draft, and curious how this is going to go on who is staying where.
Good point. I wonder if there's a chance that we swap champions. Like, is there a chance that Jay goes to SmackDown and that John is the face of Netflix in his final year?
I see that. Not even to the John Cena thing until you just said John, but yeah, I've always thought that was probably going to be the deal when it came to the draft. Like, no offense to SmackDown, but like USA has been familiar. Like USA is familiar with WWE product. Like it's not going to change it, but like Netflix having the WWE title, that shows a lot of prestige to this new partnership between them. But the question is, though, does Netflix want to lose the heat?
Good point.
That is a good question.
That is a good point. I don't. It'd be hard to lose the Yeet, but it might look better on cable television.
You know what? That is happening. And you know what? Netflix been giving that away because they always show Cody on Netflix. They do not show Jay.
Yeah.
It's always Cody promos, which means I know they want him on Raw. Same thing with Roman. So I think you might be on to something. I'm 84% sure with my Steiner math that the WWE Championship may be going to Raw in the draft.
And plus, they want to be star loaded for Netflix because it is Netflix, and they want to be top star loaded.
I'm pretty sure there's a bidding war going on behind the scenes we don't know about, especially with it being John's final year, and it be like also it's a his being his final year, him being a recognizable star in Hollywood. It's like, nah, we kind of need this Cena rub. We need the extra funds.
Yeah.
Our first match of the night we got some Judgment Day action. JD McDonough, who I believe his first singles match on Raw since his injury, taking on Penta. You know what? This was a good match. And it's actually a really good showcase for Penta, who overcame not just Judgment Day shenanigans, but Chad Gable trying to interfere as well, picking up the win against JD McDonough. Also eating a nice little brain. Well, what's that move called? Like, it was like a headbutt, whatever it's called, from JD. What did you guys think of the match? What do you think is what's next for Penta?
Courtney, you want to give your thoughts first?
Yeah, he ain't done with Chad Gable. Chad Gable knew what he was getting into because Penta, it just felt really weird. And then Chad took a shot at his brother, Ray Phoenix, last week. So that's also another thing to do. Also, it looks like Penta he wants a piece of the Judgment Day. So I would not be shocked if they did go back. But it's like, I'm very curious on who's going to align with Penta. Because honestly, yeah, Ray is hurt. But also, where are the other two guys for the LWO? Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro. Because we haven't seen them on TV.
We can speak to that.
I mean,
yeah, you know what it is. If Ray and which out tonight?
Yeah. We're gonna have to wait on Ray Phoenix to come to Penta's aid. But something interesting happened backstage. We talked about it a little bit earlier, and that was AJ going into the Judgment Day clubhouse and addressing Mr. Balor by Prince. And he said, "What's up?"
But also, too, shout out the fact that he also said, "Yo, R-Truth told me where it was. It ain't like it's that hard to find."
Oh, you gotta love
R-Truth.
See, I missed those segments. And then, like, one thing I didn't point out about the match with Penta, everybody interfered except Finn.
Yep.
And JD is his boy. So that says a lot, because I would think that Finn and JD would be the natural split away from each other. But we got to see about that. What do you guys think about that? Finn getting called Prince tonight, and then also him identifiably not trying to help out JD in his match against Penta.
It just goes with what I said, man. Finn's going to become the odd player out. And I think we're going to start to see that once Liv gets back from filming her movie. Like, it not to say it's an age out thing, but it's one of those, like, yeah, you're seeing the group. You're even seeing, like, the placement when they do the promos, like how Finn is kind of off a little from the group. And then it just shows them kind of bunched up doing stuff together. So, and it's like, you always see the split is Dominic. So placement is very important. And I'm just like, I see him exiting. But now, like you said, being called Prince and us talking, like, even on the watch along about potentially forming the group, it just, for me, it feels way more safe for them to click up. Like, as much as I know people want to see Finn by himself, as of right now, I don't want Finn to get lost in that sauce like that. I need to see Finn consistently kept on TV, and then because again, the singles action we be having with him, it only really commenced thanks to Judgment Day.
Yeah.
You take that away from him, it's really hard to, like, where is he gonna land? Is he a face? Is he a heel? And if he's a face, who is he gonna go up against? If he's a heel, like, how you place him? But you start placing him around AJ, and they're in that same kind of stratosphere with each other. And now, like we talked about with this Roxanne thing, it just played at Julia thing. It's like it's playing into making up for these factions that they broke up and released within these last couple of days. Because, like, we don't have Meta no more. We don't have them toxic Powerpuff Girls. We don't have Damage Control anymore. It's a lot. Like, we lost a lot of factions in this thing of releases. So it's like now it's time to refresh some new ones.
What I loved about WrestleMania week, I think I saw it circling last week, but Kaz and Shoemaker of the Masked Man show on the Ringer, they were interviewing Finn, and I guess you know how I always complain literally every week that we don't get to see the entrances during the commercials. We get ads. Yeah. I guess they caught Finn during one of the commercials and went around socials that he was doing a thing in his intro.
Oh yeah.
And he said he forgot that he was still being televised internationally. That just came to him natural to do that. And he said he got started getting all the tweets and stuff like that. So I mean, nothing is for no reason. So it could be some teases out there, and maybe we will see AJ and Finn align with each other. Next up, Austin Theory had a surprise opponent that was set up, and I guess this was positioned as maybe intercontinental contendership. But Austin Theory surprise, Waller had him set up for a match, and it was Sheamus. And Sheamus beat the dog shit out of Austin Theory.
Yes,
and he picked up a win. It was a nice little return to Monday Night Raw for Sheamus. We're like, what, 2 weeks past Raw after Mania? You would think Sheamus will return there. Took a while. But Sheamus is back in the fold. What do we think of the match? And, of course, the biggest thing is, what are we doing with A-Town Down Under? If you were overseas, you also saw a Karrion Kross promo, which I put in the chat for everybody to see. You guys can check that later. But Karrion Kross got some Netflix time tonight as well.
Courtney, your thoughts?
Just let them split. Just let A-Town Down Under split. I mean, the writing has been on the wall with Austin and Grayson. It's just doing it naturally on how they're going to execute it, because we've been saying this for months, but it's just how are you going to do it? And also, I'm happy to see Sheamus back, because I would like to see him get back in the Intercontinental title picture. I would love for him to see that, but I'm just very curious on what they're going to do with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, because that is like soon enough. And like as we said earlier, the draft is next week. So I'm just very curious on what direction they're going to go with.
They're 100% going to have a match in Perth.
Yeah. That's where it's getting to. And I think I really feel like where they're at now currently, it's gonna be Austin that's gonna get fed up. That's gonna get fed up with Waller's BS. Like, I think that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like, yo, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of getting treated like this, bro. Like, no, I'm done. That's the way the energy seems like it's shifting towards, rather than Grayson being the one that does the blow. And then, like you said, like Mayor said, that leads to Perth. But I'm with you, Courtney. I'm like, let's just be done with this. Let's just be done. Like, y'all are holding two potential superstars back in the men's division that Monday Night Raw really needs. Like, truly needs right now, because the IC title can't still be within the realm of this Judgment Day Penta thing and stuff. Like, we're going to need new people, folks to go after that IC title. And if you're not going to make it Breaker, if it's not going to be Finn, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are two wonderful candidates to be able to show off themselves as single stars.
I agree. So I feel like Austin has more to gain, and that Waller will definitely land on his feet whenever they decide to do everything. I don't want to put you guys on the spot, because I don't think you guys heard the Karrion Kross promo anymore or earlier. But basically, he was saying a roundabout way, I'm just the devil that you guys know. Kind of alluding to, like, everybody else got skeletons in their closet. And he was talking with Kathy Kelly about, hey, did Sami Zayn make the right choice last week? Should he have taken the number one title contendership with Cena versus Orton? And that all things would come to light in a roundabout way of saying.
Man, listen. There ain't really a lot of times I've been wanting to be right. But if they pull the trigger with the Sami thing and he's that third guy, WWE, I need a check. I need a check. Yo, because I've been calling some plays in 2025.
If Sami realizes, like, hey, like, that promo he gave last week about wanting to be a champion, him doing it his way, if he's like, you know what, my way probably ain't gonna work.
I need a Paul Heyman. Because if you think about it too, those are the two things Sami never really got in the bloodline.
Oh, yeah.
He never got Paul's attention, and he never got championships. Everybody else got something really but him. He had to stray away, get with Kevin Owens to even be tag team champions. Like, you ever notice, like, when he was in there, why did they never let him go for the U.S. title? Why would they not bring that title into the bloodline?
That's interesting.
It's very true.
He's friends with Seth. Him letting it see Seth's way, it's like, yo, that's just great for him. And then you would just have this little tiff between him and Braun Breaker, but you'd eventually get over that. And then if you get Braun Breaker Money in the Bank, that keeps him away from the title if you decide you want to give Sammy his run while he's in there.
Yep. Because Braun can always go for the title on the other brand eventually. So you can accomplish a lot of things. Speaking of accomplishments, Bird Lady 2 for 2. Our next segment was Becky Lynch coming out to make a promo talking about all these things that Lyra Valkyria is not, and that she shouldn't be champion. And Lyra came out and lit her ass up again. 2 weeks in a row. Leading up to their match this Saturday at Backlash, but she listed all Becky's accomplishments and said, oh, you were the first Intercontinental. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that was me. And I know it eats you up inside. And Becky tried to land a blow, and Lyra got her there too. Does this make you excited for the match? And where are you leaning at in this rivalry? Courtney, I'll start with you.
I actually been a big fan of Lyra since she came on. And I think the one thing that she needed was confidence. That was the one thing I needed from her, was confidence and authenticity from her. And this was something that she needed. And this is no disrespect to Dakota Kai, Zoe Starks, or Ivy, but having Becky as a credible challenger to help support that really does help Lyra. And I was so happy she did do that promo and excited for the match. I actually am intrigued for this match this weekend. I don't think it's not gonna hurt Lyra, because even if she loses this weekend, this could actually help build her confidence in her character and really build on the chase, because somewhere down the line they'll probably do round 2 again. But I'm very intrigued on this match for this weekend, considering the fact this is a credible challenger and also can help build Lyra with her character, her development, and also really getting a lot more comfortable on the mic.
Councilman, Lyra told Becky she's the queen of recycling, that she's been recycling the same moves and tired act for years. Almost sounds like the promo that Roman cut on Cena.
I mean, Becky, you only changed the name and outfit. That'd be about it. Big time Becky Lynch, the man. It's like, okay, the moniker's changing, but that music ain't changing. The moves ain't changing. That hair color didn't change. So it's kind of like, you've changed your clothes and you've put in streaks in your hair now. Got you. It's one of those. It's kind of it's like a Irish Barbie doll with just different versions. That's still the same thing though. Lyra was right, and to your point, man, she's 2 for 2. I was already excited about the match, just match wise. Like, I've watched these two perform with each other, like when the title was on the line at NXT. So I already know they're gonna give us a show match wise. But now I'm more interested in the rivalry because, to Courtney's point, you're getting this confidence out of Lyra. And I think that was the thing of what the problem was that I won't say them, but to more of the creative side, I think it was a mistake trying to make it the work woman's championship, of just like being a workhorse, of just like, we're going to put it on the line. She's a workhorse. That worked with the IC title with certain people, and where it would work and where it wouldn't work as far as it would backfire, it works for that title. This is a whole new title, so that copy and paste doesn't really mesh over well. Like, this does need a story. This does need a rivalry for it. This does need something to where you're fighting for this championship, rather than it's just, oh, we have her, we know she can wrestle, so we're going to keep putting the title up for her to go up against people every week. And it's like, okay, this is great, but I want some story behind this. Like, just imagine if her and Ivy now actually had story behind their stuff.
All right.
We've seen some tag team matches that they've had like previously to have to pair up with each other, but to show like the difference in dynamics, like them actually having like talks, even a contract signing like that with the IC title on the line. That's what we want to see with this title, not just it being played as a workhorse or open challenge. But I'm excited to see it. With what I saw tonight, don't think Becky should win. I think Bird Lady should keep it.
And just let y'all know, Dylan did come through with that promo last week and put it over what happened to that boy. So I'll bring that to the next WWT live for y'all.
Gotcha.
The match of the night. Your women's champion, Io Sky, taking on Roxanne Perez in a beautiful display of graps and wrestling and athleticism. Councilman, I'm going to go to you first. I thought this was a perfect showcase for Roxanne on Raw, probably her best showcase on Raw. Not only did she get her entrance, but she took the champion to the limit, and the champion escaped. The champion got a roll-up. She didn't use the over-the-moonsault, the tiger feint punch. There's none of those things that happened that took out Rox. It was just like, hey, I got a one-up on you. And, of course, we know how the match ended. I don't think we even need to do that. I like the way they ended the match with amicable respect. But again, I feel like this pairing is more about highlighting Julia to allow the main roster to know who she is as a character, in which Julia attacked Io after the match. Rox would join in. No saves. Nobody made a save. And that shows that Io is the person that they're gunning for. A champion on the island all by herself. But what did you think about the match itself? I thought by far this was the best match that happened tonight.
Oh yeah, this was definitely match of the night. Chef's kiss, no notes, just nothing but kudos. Of course, like what more do you expect from my client being the greatest women's wrestler in the world right now? But also so much respect to Io, because there was a lot of things that were showcased by the champion and why it was such the perfect move to let her be the one that went over at WrestleMania. One, she displayed storytelling and how to sell with someone new. You know, we saw what Lyra did with Becky, where it was just and didn't sell anything. You saw Io selling what Roxanne does. So it's like, yo, this woman is a tactician. So you see her go for certain places, try to make these things a little bit weaker and go for it. But not only that, she put on to show like what two women smaller in stature can put on a show. And I know that was something that Io had a lot of difficulty having to face when she was NXT, when she moved up. So to showcase that both of these women can go at that type of height, it displayed so much work that was done from the NXT side from both of these people. Someone who's a veteran, someone who's probably one of the greatest NXT women's champions, to another who is one of the greatest NXT women's champions, but is the future. This was a great introduction. And even to Cedric's point, the roll-up pin, not an over-the-moonsault, none of that, not a finisher. Like, yo, it had to be, I needed to get you like this. It was just a great performance. And I would have preferred two of the right there shaking the hand, because it didn't make Roxanne look like less of a heel, but it showed like that display of like what I just talked about. But then it's like, okay, we got to get this. We did this Julia shit so much. Like, man, we got to get this to work. I put too much money in this now. All right. I put too much damn money. Okay. I put millions of dollars in this, man. I got to get something back on return, bro. Something.
We gave you the streamers and the pyro first of the year at New Year's Evil. So, I mean, I got to make that get our return on investment.
Pyro is not cheap. All them feathers we got to make for her and the mask and shit. The exclusive music we got to pay $200,000 for every time it plays. That's why we don't even let her music hit when she come out.
Courtney, what are your thoughts?
that I will say that was definitely one of the matches of the night right there. Io and Roxanne, which I will say the announcers got her name right this week.
Yeah, I had a talk with Pat McAfee. I was like, hey, bro, you think what Gunther will do to you Saturday, it's going to be bad. You don't want to step in the ring with the councilman.
They got her name right this week, which I was very happy they did that. But I'm very happy to see Roxy back on the main roster. Her and Io really went back and forth with each other. I really thought Rhea was going to come out, but thankfully that was not the case. I really thought, I really thought that. Or Jordan Grace. I thought at least Jordan, because that could build up Jordan and Julia for NXT tomorrow. So at least there's a little shift in there, and they kind of built it up a bit. But Io's a person on her own. But I'm very curious on what direction they're going to go, especially with her aligning with Julia. And now we know they want to target Io.
Oof. It'd be interesting what happens going forward. And I think Rhea being gone, promoting Crown Jewel in Perth, that makes Io look strong. Like when you got two people trying to attack you, it makes her look like a viable threat. And then it just continues Io's ascension. So I hope that maybe Io gets a lick back tomorrow night at NXT. We don't know. But I think the longer Io goes it alone, then the closer I can see her having the run that Liv had last year.
Yeah, I agree.
Where it's like, where is staying power? Whenever you see Io in a title match, you're like, oh shit, she can actually win.
Bose it out. That's okay though. That's okay. All right. See, listen, look, you gotta think a long game, bro. You gotta think of this long game. Like you just saw Paul Heyman's long game. Okay. This was the first manager that a WWE WrestleMania main event was about. It wasn't even about the wrestlers. This is Paul Heyman's story. Look how long that took, man. Listen, we are making proper deals for the acquisition of my client, man. And the draft is coming up. So why would we just have her go? You know what I'm saying? Like, red carpet needs to be brought out. We need to see if Carmelo Hayes can get first pick on SmackDown. Do you not see the openness of now having a woman from NXT first round draft pick?
Two-time NXT Women's Champion. Longest time spent in the Women's Royal Rumble. Wasn't eliminated first in the Elimination Chamber this past. I'm starting to see it now. At first, I was like, "Oh, this Julia pairing is kind of stupid." But if it builds into the draft, there's and like we're talking about, like where's Roxanne WrestleMania weekend and all this other type of stuff. What happened with the Bayley stuff? I think it's a nice feather in her cap promo wise to be like, "Hey, I'm the number one draft pick. I'm the prodigy. I'm the future. You just here." I can see that for months. They didn't let Melo do that enough.
Nah,
he flexed number one draft pick for a little while, and this is like it fizzled out.
But she'll sell that, and then that can reignite that rivalry with Bayley. And then if that is the case, I see why they didn't punch that ticket just yet.
Because she can be like, "Oh yeah, you're a 4 horsewoman, but you're over the hill.
Yep.
Your time's coming to an end." Like you can really punch that.
And imagine if we get something with like Lyra and Bayley versus Becky and Roxanne on a Monday Night Raw. Come on, man. Bose, you see what we cooking right now?
Yeah. It's happened. It's gonna come. Next match, Otis defeated Rusev. Another.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Oh, I didn't mean. Did I say that backwards?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I was reading it backwards. My bad. I was reading Otis versus Rusev, and I didn't mean to say that. Rusev defeated Otis. My bad.
I was like, wait a minute. What Netflix version you on?
I know.
That's not a spoiler. That didn't happen. Rusev took on Otis in the match, and he made light work of Otis in a really hard-hitting match. And then he attacked Tozawa after the match and attacked Otis some more. We got an appearance by the boat. That's neither here or there. But Rusev looked strong again in action. And it led us to ask the question during the watch-along, who's going to be the hero versus Rusev? Because remember, this is not about titles, not about championships or accolades. Rusev is here to cleanse people of their sins. He's here just to beat up people who ain't doing shit with their career. You don't want to do shit with your career, I'm going to get you right. That's his MO. So we might see Otis get his ass whooped a couple more times. And then Tozawa too. I appreciate Tozawa stepping up. I would love to see Tozawa hit a German on Rusev because I think he's the only person in the company with a better German than Chad Gable. But I don't know how we get there. But Courtney, what did you think of the match?
I will say early parts of the match was pretty solid between Otis and Rusev. But then we already know what happened at the end. I think we kind of talked about this a little earlier. I do think there needs to be another person added with Otis, Maxine, and Tozawa to make them a little bit stronger. But if I had to pick somebody to go against Rusev, it has to be Sheamus. I would not mind seeing Sheamus because Sheamus is a guy. He's from Ireland. He loves to fight. He does fights every week. I wouldn't mind going back to Rusev versus Sheamus.
Yeah, that's the only one I'm seeing on this roster. Like, unless you're gonna give him Pete Dunne.
Damn, where Pete been?
He in the back in the tag team with Tyler Bate. So
yeah, that's the last time I see him as the
New Day.
Yeah, so it's either
what the hell's the name of their tag team?
No, it was
New Catch Republic.
New Catch Republic.
Yeah, New Catch Republic.
And I wanted to say no quarter catch crew too, and I'm like, nah, these shit sounds the same. This is New Catch Republic
because they both got quarters in it, and I'm like, man, what the fuck are we doing? Like, geez, maybe Penta.
Golly,
yeah, maybe Penta could possibly get into something with Rusev, but I think Sheamus is the safest transition to get to Bruce. Nah, I can't.
It's a familiar face too. It's like somebody worked with in the past.
Yeah, you know what? That could be the boost that Sheamus needs to kind of get back into that fold of being that vicious person, not just kind of that commodity that likes to fight. Where we just like, okay, we know what we're getting with Sheamus. Like, you can kind of tell with Sheamus, like, that fire ain't there no more. Like, it's kind of like, I'm here. So I could see Rusev like sparking that fire, becoming that redeemer for Sheamus, and really making him like a threat in the IC title. Because, no offense to Dom, but this is your best ticket right now to go Grand Slam Sheamus. Like, if there's any time for this for it to transition, it ain't gotta be. Yo, like, this your window right here, bro.
That's true.
That's the one.
And nobody would be mad because Dom got his moment at Mania. I actually think Dom's gonna beat Penta clean at Backlash.
Oh yeah, at Backlash, yeah. But if we had SummerSlam and you want a moment,
yeah. And then Dom have a nice little 3-month reign. Ain't nobody, you ain't gonna hurt nobody.
You are not hurting Dom with that. You not hurting Dom nobody. With that.
But you know what I want? And it just sparked. I need Rusev to do this through the European tour. And maybe SummerSlam, I need an open challenge.
Oh my God. SummerSlam.
Oh, yeah. I need an open challenge at SummerSlam, and I need the Redeemer versus the Ruler.
Ooh.
That's what I need. That's what I need.
At SummerSlam.
CW need to get their budget up, get these Obafemi vignettes up, stuff like that, so the Ruler can get that pop at SummerSlam. Listen.
Dude.
Not another one. I'm thinking that you just said that, man. Just to rhyme it, I need Roos versus the Moose.
Moose.
Ooh.
Oof.
Ooh. Come on, man. Moose versus Rusev?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you got Joe Hendry to come at WrestleMania. Moose.
I hope we get to this space where the crossovers and the Forbidden Door is like all 4 brands, you know? Not just NXT and TNA. It's like, hey, all 4.
That's what I want. Like, I feel like if you know what would be also dope if they included TNA in the draft.
You know what? For some of those stars who are kind of just like they've done everything they need to do in TNA, it's a good way to reintroduce them. Like, for example, the Hardys could get drafted to SmackDown.
Moose can go to Raw.
Yep. Stop. It's like you give the Hardys their final run in the company while everything's on the good with them. They've been working for a while. I will say, I did see on Fightful, they reported that Los Garza is going to be working a AAA show in June.
Which is smart.
That's always going. That payoff is already happening for them acquiring the company.
Yeah, but they can also too like No Catch Republic can Quarter Catch Republic can go to TNA.
Yep.
And I think they do some crazy stuff out there.
The way this is a complete sidebar, but the way they have positioned Tyler Bate is like one of their biggest misses because he was the youngest NXT UK champion. So you would think, like similar to Rhea, you would think like things are on the up for this character, and it's like they just don't know how to book him or position his presentation in the States, and it's weird.
It's because he doesn't have the personality they tried to give Tyler Bate when he left UK. It didn't fit well with him.
That's what I'm saying. You know how to have him talk. He literally just pocket Hercules.
Yeah,
literally.
and I don't think they knew how to like do that as far as cutting promos go and like putting a belt on him. It was like the problem was that he's a star, but where he shines the most is during transitions of the next big guy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
make him a hard hitting dude. Like I don't know how he's just stuck in a tag team right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, then he also started becoming accident prone. I mean, injury prone and stuff. Yeah. So I know
he's still young. I don't think he's even 26.
Nope. I think he's just now 25.
He's young as hell. They still have time.
They still have time, but I think it's one of those like Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates is like it's something they don't know how to grab the magic that they had in NXT just yet with the superstars that they have. They're trying to roll out with stories.
Yeah. Pete Dunne, you just gotta let him be the gimmick they had with McDonough and NXT where he was kind of like Dexter. If you gave that to Pete Dunne with the way he does the finger cracking and all that, it would make sense.
I was just like, I don't know why y'all didn't fully dive into Bruiserweight and stop trying to focus on this. I used to be Butch. Like, we know he wasn't Butch. We don't care that he wasn't Butch.
Yeah.
Like, give me the Cruiserweight that we used to look like X-Plex, snapping these fingers. Like, it's all there and we'll get behind it. Just put him in some signature quality matches that will get fucking highlights on Raw.
Yeah. That's all you need.
Yeah. Because it was like the way they had him with Sheamus, the problem was that you're doing this to put Sheamus over and not Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne should have been a star of that group.
Yeah. And Pete, like when they had their revenge where it was like, I want my revenge off of you. Like Pete should have been the shining part in that.
He should have won that feud and he lost.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point?
He lost that match.
What was the point?
Yeah. And then you send him to NXT and it's like, no, bro, like this dude could go. Like, put him in the IC title picture.
He would have been really great.
He'd have been perfect to beat Sami Zayn before giving it to Braun Breaker.
Yeah. It's all there. They just got to, like, believe in it. And part of it is, like, you have these crowds that don't get behind nothing, and it don't matter who is there. They just not going to stand up and cheer. And it's like, that's not the performer's fault. That's the talent. That's who
WWE need to start releasing. Some of these crowds y'all going to.
Maybe you need to have this a 500 people warehouse, and it's like, hey, first come, first serve. You get there, you must really want to be there.
It's the city though, too. Like the city, they got to remember, like y'all keep coming to like the same spots, and these cats are aware of it now. And then sometimes you'll have them like where they lazy. Like I know here in LA, they be so bougie to fucking want to cheer for stuff. It's like, why you here then? If you're not gonna participate, why did you buy a ticket?
You can watch it.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I always get very upset about. And also,
sorry, go ahead.
That's the one thing I gotta get very upset about with WWE because when I watch AEW, the fans go crazy in smaller venues. It's just with this, it's WWE. It's like I get you're trying to bring casual fans, you're trying to bring mainstream in, but I would like to see fans that actually care about the product. I can't stand it when people put up their phones, especially when I'm like, I want to watch it. I don't want to put up my phone. I mean, I'll put it for the entrance and everything, but I want to watch the match. I want to enjoy it. I want to see it. I want to get excited.
It's like they completely skip the etiquette.
Yeah. And coming from somebody that watched wrestling as Tim Duncan as possible, I jumped out my seat at the pool and popped for Joe Hendry.
Yes.
At WrestleMania.
Yes.
I was hyped for that.
We was all hyped.
So like, there's moments that should just resonate. And for people like for Triple H, he had all his toys in NXT. You want to see them get their just due because these were stars, man. Like Shinsuke Nakamura, you don't need a evil heel gimmick. That's a star. Bobby Roode, star.
Star power.
Finn Balor, star. Ciampa, Gargano, built the brand. Stars. Like there's so much more you can do with those guys. And then next up on Raw, we had a promo segment. I don't know if y'all want to spend time here. Pat McAfee and Gunther face to face. One thing Councilman mentioned earlier, to me, this is feeling more and more about Michael Cole than either men. With McAfee bringing up the fact that Cole has spent time in that seat 28 years, hardly any days off, working the job, and you don't get to disrespect him because he has an opinion about you. And he also in the promo saying like, hey, like this version of you that's not waltzing around these days is soft. The way you gave up against Sammy, the way you gave up against Jay, and then you're gonna overlook me, and I'm gonna get you. So I mean, it was a good promo. He we're in Omaha, Nebraska, so of course he has college football ties there, things like that. And shout out the crowd. Going through to say he was gonna mash him. Like so many words, like it's gonna be punishment for you. I'm not gonna attack you today because I don't want to ruin it for myself. Like Saturday, you're gonna get that work. No more, no less. I don't think either of you guys are excited for this match, if I'm being honest, but I will take your thoughts on the promo segment. Councilman, I'll start with you.
I mean, I beg to differ. I can't wait to see Pat McAfee get dog walked by Gunther. Like, or in Gunther's words, maul this man. Like, it again, it's something you didn't ask for. But it's something, it's like, we know what it is. We know it's not the match of the night. We know it's supposed to leave a shocking visual. And that's what we're going to get. That's what we're going to get.
If he dies, he dies. You ain't seen Rocky?
If he dies, he dies, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, he can always do something else. But watching it was funny because it was like, yo, this man just gave a great speech. Like this, like if it was him on the Philadelphia steps saying this, cheers would have commenced with the crowd. Then I looked over at who he was talking to, and I was like, yo, this dude's gonna kill you. Like none of that did anything.
Yeah.
Like this man gave a Captain America speech, and then they were told me, yo, that's who he's fighting. Nah, bro, you gonna die. I don't think this is what you want to do. This is who that speech was for. Can you back out before? Like it ain't Saturday. You got 5 days to be like, listen, I thought I could do it. I changed my mind. Sorry, y'all. We're gonna have a different match. Gunther will take on Goldberg for y'all. I don't want to do this because I've never seen a person practice chest chops with resistance bands on. When I said, did y'all see that visual of Gunther doing this? And he had a resistance band tied to it while he was chopping.
Damn,
I don't
try to generate force.
Yeah, I don't want to take one of those. Like, I don't even want to, like, as a person that's been in the ring, you would have to pay me to take a chop from Gunther, not just be like, yo, take a chop, man, see what it's like. Absolutely not. I do not want the Kofi Kingston chest. No, not one bit.
Courtney, what were your thoughts on the promo segment? And you know what? We have 5 matches on Saturday at Backlash. Where did this match actually fit on the card? Like, is it an opener? Is it in the middle?
Well, before I answer that,
Yeah.
Pat, we hardly knew you in this match, but
Eulogy.
I had to do. But in all seriousness, going back to that, this is actually very interesting because we have 5 matches. I could see it possibly being in the middle because it's like I can't see it kicking off the show because that would be like no. and I can't see it be on the second to last for the main event. So I could see it probably in the middle. I'm just very curious at how they're going to place it, because this is going to be very interesting, especially if there's like a really awesome match of the night. Like if Becky and Lyra had the match of the night, then you have Gunther versus Pat McAfee, and that could at least be a little bit of a breather. So it's really.
How many non-title matches do we have? Just one? Just this one, right? Because it's now the IC, like all titles now, with the exception of the world title, is up for grabs now.
John and Cena, IC, Jacob's title.
Did you say John and Cena?
I'm slipping. John and Orton.
Yeah, I was like, John and Orton. The fatal 4-way.
I've been up a long time, y'all.
That was hilarious, though. That was
really funny.
Oh man, no, yeah, that's the only non-title match. So, honestly, if it's me, I open the show up with Jacob. If you want the fans to be on their feet, you show Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, because the IC title with Dom and Penta, that should be the last one before. No, you know what? Yeah, that should be the last one before the WWE Championship. Yeah,
because you're going to highlight Becky and Lyra, especially if Becky goes over.
Yeah.
Then you don't want to have the women like open the show. You might. I think you sandwich them in between.
Yeah. Oh, but see, but you don't want. But you want to make sure you don't have your bad. But so you know what? I'd flip them. Never mind. I'm gonna flip it. I think Lyra and Becky will be second to last because you don't want the two like blood feuds going on, like from you don't want to go from a Gunther and Pat McAfee then to that again. Like you want to kind of have your little cooler fun match, which would be Dominic and Penta, then go to Lyra and Becky, and then go to John and Orton.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I agree with Courtney having that thing smack in the middle.
I can see it. To close the night, we got a championship match. Jey Uso's first championship match against Seth Rollins, which Heyman convinced Jey he needed to defend the title against Seth Rollins since he beat the Tribal Chief and CM Punk. It was actually a very good match. I thought Braun's inclusion in the match was weird until Braun actually got involved. We saw appearances from Sami Zayn trying to make the save for Jey, only to get speared, get his ribs taken out by Braun. And for a quick second, I thought Jey was going to lose the title. I thought Jey was really about to be Trick Williams out here with the 1 week, 2 week title reign. But no, the match technically did not end, but CM Punk made the save. CM Punk made the save, took out, I don't know what it did. He did like a makeshift Van Daminator. CM Punk old. He just kicked Braun in the face with a chair. But why Braun caught the chair, I never understood why motherfuckers catch the chair. Why? just swat it down. Either way.
Right.
Just swat it down. But he took the boot to the chair, to the face of the chair, and then CM Punk got some revenge on Seth. Again, me and Councilman both noticed that the bell did not ring. So this match very well could be going on. But for now, Jey is still your world champion. Councilman, what do you think about this? I'm glad that I don't know if this made Jey look stronger or not, but again, we talked about both men could not take an L right here.
I think for me it made Jey look just a little bit stronger. It didn't push the needle, but this was the first title defense I needed to see. It made him look stronger of going up against someone with the Seth who did, have to pull out some of the old tricks, the face stomp, the pedigree, bringing in Braun, getting the distractions and stuff. It made me more interested in seeing him in rivalries as the champion, because it's still kind of like what Mayor asked me, and I was kind of hesitant in my but it was like, even watching this match, it was like, oh yeah, Jey Uso in the main event. Oh wait, Jey Uso's champ too. Oh damn, That's right. He has the belt. So I'm still waiting for what that defining moment is gonna be when it's like, oh man, Jay is the world heavyweight champ. But it gave me everything that I needed, though. I say it didn't drop him. It kind of just that. Like, good step forward. But I enjoyed the match. Enjoyed seeing CM Punk back. Didn't mind the ending. Like we said, both people couldn't take an L. So, and ended the way it needs to be, and it left us wondering what's going to happen next week now that CM Punk has returned.
Yeah. Courtney, your thoughts on the match and how we close Monday Night Raw?
I was actually very happy for Jay, and also going back to Will's point, I was happy he had a credible challenger in Seth, and it did make him a little bit stronger. Of course, we did get to see not just Braun Breaker try to interfere, but also Sami Zayn, or as Will calls him, Mick Foley Jr., and CM Punk came out. But also that does leave a lot more questions and answers, especially with the fact, because we do have the draft coming up. We also do have Saturday night's main event, because it looks like it could be a 6-man tag. Not sure who's the third person with Seth, but that's a possibility. But also leading to Saturday night's main event, it could be a match, it could be a tag team match, it could be something. Curious to see how CM Punk is going to fit in all this. And also, a certain tribal chief will be returning soon.
NBC will get their money's worth if Roman shows up at main event for sure.
Yeah.
But again, that was the Monday Night Raw. Go home show for Backlash. We got 5 matches this weekend. I'm pretty sure we'll get some. I feel like EO is going to pull up to NXT tomorrow after what happened tonight, and no telling what will happen on Friday. I'm pretty sure John is confirmed for the show, so I think John might get maybe a 1-up on Orton before their match Saturday. But it'll be a good week. I think we're going to be doing a watch along, if not a post show. Appreciate y'all rocking with me on the watch along. Boza, Amanadu, Sendil for the time you were here. Cousin Ron, I know you went here kind of late. Y'all make this the best part of Monday nights for me. And don't forget, we broke some news. Don't listen to TK if she messaged you about this. The councilman broke this here on the Monday Nightmare watch along. We're going to do a SmackDown WWE watch party where everybody can join here in the LA area. I don't feel comfortable saying the word sizzle, but the invite is going out for June 6th at 5:30 at Taste of the Caribbean. It's out there in Los Angeles, kind of Koreatown-ish, but pretty easy to find. I hit the wrong button. My bad, Councilman.
I was like,
before we get up out of here, can y'all let the people know where they can find you and support you? Courtney, I'll start with you.
The people can find me chirping around WWT Live during the week. Wednesdays are Timeless Elite Wednesdays with AEW Dynamite. This week they're in Detroit. This week. It's going to be a fun show, continuing the road to Double or Nothing, and also next week with Beach Break. You can also follow me on socials on at CourtneyNJ11, where I did post little snippet interviews at Queen of the Ring with Julia Hart and Deanna Purrazzo from this past weekend. So we do have content for Queen of the Ring. I may be doing a blog post highlighting everything that's been happening from April when I did AEW Dynasty, got to see Max Caster's concert, and also talking about my experience at Collision this past weekend. So TBD on the blog post this week. Oh, and one more thing, and I forgot, I didn't even mention this earlier. Please follow ISPW, because your ladies of WWT Live will be at 90s Wrestling Con this weekend. Myself and the Sweetest Hoos will be there this weekend. We are getting content this weekend. Many people from the 90s, Eric Bischoff, Ken Shamrock, with the exception of The Rock, all the members of Nation of Domination will be in attendance. So we're very excited to go back in time to the 90s, and we'll be getting a lot of content.
Still. Councilman, where can people find and support you?
Man, you can just find me at Will Pharaoh, PHARAOH. No crazy hashtags or handles today, because it was a good watch along, and I'm trying to keep things PG so we can get sponsorships for TK. So, but yeah, y'all can find me there, and then make sure y'all always check out Kayfabe podcast on the weekends, either Saturday or Sunday. You can check the socials, the Kayfabe podcast on Instagram, just so you can always stay up to date with what we're doing. And the Straight Out of a Comic Book Show, the YouTube page, and then of course follow me on Twitch. Getting back into gaming soon. Once your councilman is just feeling a little better, almost there though. So yes, you can find me there.
Of course. And you can find me on all social media platforms at Stop Catching the Chair. Just swat it away. Swat it away. You know? Y'all remember that viral video of them girls trying to jump that girl at the Waffle House and she just
Oh yeah.
swat it away.
Oh yeah, that video.
You'd have swore she was Wonder Woman with all that strength.
Yeah. And that wasn't no folded chair. That was a fully realized seat. Swat it away. Stop catching.
Full seat.
You set yourself up for danger. Of course, we here every Monday night for the Monday Night Wear watch along. Contrary to what some people might say about my presence here on Monday nights, I am here usually. WWT Live. Usually I'm there on Wednesdays and Fridays, of course. And also I'll be doing Draped in Gold with Flobo this Wednesday at 7:30. Make sure you check out that podcast. There is a lot of content coming out. TK did upload all the interviews from Queen of the Ring. So you'll see interviews with not only the cast, but with Swerve, Caleb Braxton, Johnny TV, and others. That's there. And then there should be some MLW content coming out. I know they have their show this week in Chicago. Make sure you check that out on their YouTube channel. I got interviews with Delmi XO and Janai Kai. And then, of course, Mercedes Monet is in Ontario this Friday. So you can find me there at New Japan Resurgent, watching her defend her strong women's championship and retaining successfully before we get to any backlash. It's Monet season. Just letting y'all know. We'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow for, of course, Tuesday Night Pharaoh, the Wednesday night down in my watch along at WWT on Wednesday. And, of course, we sizzling in a month. So make sure you buy your tickets. We charge in $50 at the door. Don't ask where that money's going. We got to fund TK's lawyers for her pending trial. But again, this has been Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the platform. We out.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at wwtalkpod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at wwtalkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.